Lucky for us, life is full of choices, big and small. They define us, make us who we are. And when it comes time for you to choose a car, home, your next big adventure, or start a new business, Farmers Union Insurance has the variety of coverage options to protect each perfect moment. Farmers Union Insurance. Contact your local Farmers Union Insurance agent today.
Farmers, be ready this planting season by contacting Yield Advantage for all your seed and planting equipment needs. They carry high-quality products from Precision Planting, Intelligent Ag, Copperhead Ag, Outback Wraps, Ware Parts LLC, Midwest Seed Genetics, and more. Yield Advantage can help your planter from basic service parts to liquid fertilizer setups. All of the latest technology and often significantly less than buying a new planter. Be ready to hit the field by contacting Yield Advantage, 218-517-7878, or online at yield-advantage.com.
Do you experience pain, tingling, numbness, freezing, or burning in the hands and feet? Does your balance feel off? Tired of sleepless nights? You may suffer from neuropathy. Dr. Andrea may be able to help. Neuropathy is a serious disease where nerves begin to break down, leading to balance problems and other complications. Our program addresses the causes, not just the symptoms. See if you qualify for our neuropathy program at Hornstein Family Chiropractic. Schedule a consult with Dr. Andrea at Hornstein Family Chiropractic, 701-672-1300. Hornstein Family Chiropractic, where chiropractic care is a family affair.
The folks at Tyler Farm Supply understand that farming is hard work, and that's why they only offer durable and reliable short-line farm equipment that you can depend on. Whether you're a small-scale farmer or manage a large operation, they have the tools that you need to get the job done quickly and efficiently. Plus, with their competitive pricing and financing options, Tyler Farm Supply makes it easy for you to get the equipment you need without breaking the bank. Give them a call today, 701-642-8827.
When challenging conditions arise, we don't back down. We up our game. We outpace the competition. Keep you ahead of adversity. We keep you equipped and bring you solutions that hit close to home. Channel leads the field so you can rise above. See how at channel.com/rise.
Mako SPT.
Well, good evening, everybody. Welcome to the first spring edition of the Coaches Show, the Giant Seeds and Snacks Coaches Show, and it's also brought to you in part by Red River Communications, Internet with a Human Touch, let me start that over. Red River Communications and Cable Channel 28, our own dedicated channel, and we go live on Three Border Sports for most of our events. Good evening, everybody. Again, welcome to the spring session that we have here. I'm Joe Schreiner here, and the man behind the microphone over there is none other than Brian Watson. He's on the right side of your screen.
Should we get a teleprompter?
No.
Are you sure?
I've done this enough now, I think.
Well, evidently not. You had to start over again.
Well, we could.
I mean,
we can record
should we? Here's what we should do.
Okay.
Instead of getting a teleprompter, maybe we should make Yards the cue card guy.
Yards the cue card guy.
Yeah. I don't like. I was going to reference some morning show.
He'd have to sit doing it though. He doesn't like standing.
He would. Yeah. Like with Regis and Kathy Lee, what's that? Gelman. He could be like Gelman.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah? How about that? Yards.
He's not listening.
Gelman?
What? He's not listening.
He's
I'm paying attention to the screen.
He just got here.
Yeah.
And he was handing out stuff that benefits him. So
I see.
Just keep that in mind. It's all about him.
It's all about him.
Yeah.
Okay.
We got to get going because we got a
full show tonight here, folks. We got 8 coaches coming tonight. So
you're
going to try and limit Jeff Ralph to 15 minutes.
And he's already 10 minutes in. So let's give him his 5 and get out of here.
So my wife, I'd be home by 8.
That was a one-time deal where you get the whole hour. So let's just,
Well, here is Jeff Ralph. He's the head coach of the Huskies boys golf team. And you're one of the few coaches tonight, Jeff, that you haven't had an event yet. You've just had practices, and that's been it. But you've got your first event tomorrow.
We get to play tomorrow. It's been, I'm sure baseball's the same, and tennis, they do play indoors a little bit, but man, it's tough when you got to be inside. And Lester Gordon at Woods and Iron's been great to us. getting us in there and letting our kids work on their stuff. But there's nothing like playing golf outside. And we played out Monday, Tuesday, practiced outside today, and we were home at Boise Sioux tomorrow. So
Yeah.
we're kind of chomping at the bit. We got 12 kids that are going to play tomorrow, so that's good for us too. We're just excited to go. It's time. I mean, it's time.
Yeah. So there isn't really much you can do indoors at the gym, if you will. You pretty much do it here at Woods and Irons, and whatever you can outside whenever you can, I suppose.
You know, we've been talking about a simulator forever, and I think that's next. You know, we're doing a fundraiser, the golf team is, and hoping to put together some money so we can maybe get one. And you know, it would benefit the boys maybe more in this. You know, this kind of weather we've had has just been crazy. And Friday it's supposed to snow again.
Yeah.
You know, but it would benefit the boys. But I also think, you know, there are times when the girls during the winter could come in instead of going to Fargo, maybe to Sweet Shots or something. And then, you know, those rainy days too in the fall, we could make use of that too. So I think that's kind of a pipe dream a year ago or maybe even 2 weeks ago. And now after how well our fundraiser's gone, I think it's.
First of all, let's just talk about the fundraiser. What are you aiming for a target? Have you got a target number that you're looking for to raise?
We set 5,000 and we're almost at 10.
Are you?
With boys golf. I can't believe it. It's been nuts.
So if somebody wants to contribute to that, and you're going to need more than 10 for a simulator, aren't you?
Yeah, about 10.
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay.
And we've already earmarked some money for other stuff.
Okay.
But I mean, if we can get one, that'd be great.
Yeah.
No,
So if somebody wants to do it, contact one of the boys.
Yeah. Yep.
And they'll tell you how to do
Yep.
it.
And we've sent out a bunch of contacts, you know, by text and email. But if somebody's interested in helping out, yeah, we'd sure take it. That'd be great.
That's awesome.
No,
That's good to hear.
I'm really, really happy with how it's gone. You know, the support from the parents and the friends of the kids that are playing has been really good. So.
That's good to hear.
Yep,
So
been
that's
cool.
good to hear. All right, so let's talk about what this year is going to bring for the boys golf team. You got some new golfers this year.
Well, we do. We have 12 7th and 8th graders, which, you know, a lot of times we have 15, 16 kids total.
Yeah.
And we have 12 7th and 8th graders. I think pretty much all maybe have played some golf, you know, recreationally or whatever. But now, you know, they've come out, and I think they'll figure out competitive golf. There's some athletes in there, some kids who, I think all basketball players or hockey players. So kind of the crew that we get, you know, hockey and golf, you look at the kids up and down every roster, every team, there are a lot of hockey players and golfers, and we're really the same way, but they're all athletes. So
Yep.
really good crew of kids, 12, 7th, and 8th graders who will get to play. Coach Backel has done a phenomenal job with getting our lower level kids opportunities to play, and they're actually working on some later afternoon stuff.
Okay.
So they don't have to miss the whole day of school, where they can go play a 9-holer on a shorter course. And you know, that just grows the game and it grows our program. And you know, I think a lot of that is a reflection of why we have 26 kids out today, is because those kids get an opportunity to play.
Yep.
You know, there were years where we would have 10 tournaments and 4 JV tournaments, and the 4 JVs would get rained out or snowed out, and those kids wouldn't even get to play.
Right.
And who wants to practice every day and never get to go play in a tournament? So I think that's been great. Coach Backel and the other the other JV coaches too have done a great job of getting those younger kids. So really exciting for that. And then for our crew, we got a lot of kids for my crew, a lot of returning kids.
Okay.
Our Brennan Ritter, a returning senior, really shot a nice score on Monday, had a nice 40 on Monday. Wyatt Stav, Michael Peterson, Garnett Anderson, all returning, and they're seniors this year. And then we have Josh Hoffman, who was in school in Breckenridge. Now he's back in Wahpeton, and he'll be our number 1 player tomorrow. He's solid. And then we have Landon Ralph, another senior who, he no track or baseball this year, so he decided he's going to play golf.
A little easier on the knee.
Yeah. So it's kind of fun to see Lando out there every day.
Sure it is. Yeah.
And then we got 2 juniors, Grayson Casti, who was in and out of the lineup last year. I think probably one of our best players last year, and just couldn't keep himself in the lineup. You know, it's all about how you play at the right time. But he's a junior this year, really solid. Connor Haugen really played well in the qualifying, and he got himself in the top 6, as he did last year, which is good. He's a junior who works at his game and is at the golf course a lot. So 6 seniors, 2 juniors, and then we have 4 freshmen, Kyler Flack, Peyton Miller, who both played varsity for us last year. I think Kyler had our low score at the region tournament, which is at Boise Sioux last year. So that's, kind of bodes well for him to play well. Peyton Miller, a little guy, but a guy in search of the perfect golf shot every time he hits it, which kind of drives me crazy. In that, that wasn't very good, and okay, you missed the middle of the fairway by 4 yards.
Yeah,
you're okay.
You're good.
But I think that drive is going to make him a really good golfer.
Sure.
Christian Schuler, another kid who was in Breckenridge last year, and now they go to school over here, and really a great golf swing, and a kid who's going to be a golfer from a golfing family. And he actually got beat in a playoff. We had a 1-hole playoff last night. He was tied with Kyler Flack. So Christian will be the number 1 on our second team tomorrow. But he's going to be a golfer. He's a player. He knows how to get himself around the golf course. Okay. And then the other freshman is Blake Zaleski, a tall kid who, I think kind of figuring out competitive golf a little bit, but a kid who's going to be a player and who's kind of comes from a golfing family too. His parents are golfers, so he's out there, and that's kind of how he picked up the game. So really a good crew of 12 kids. I think, probably not all 12 of those kids are maybe vying per se for a varsity spot, but they put themselves in a position to, shoot a good score tomorrow, and you'll be playing, next week we're at Kings Walk on Wednesday.
Yep.
Then we're down to Brookings on Friday, Cattail Crossing in Watertown Saturday, and then back here at Boise Sioux on Monday. So the 6 kids that shoot a good score tomorrow will be playing 4 straight tournaments. So I think probably end up being 5, because I think we go on Wednesday after that too. So once we get going, it's just a slow
I noticed
ball.
you had a busy schedule for the month of April. That's for sure, and you got to try and get them in when you can.
Yeah, we got to go now. It's like we said, it's going to be 75 tomorrow, and then it's supposed to snow.
But this is your first scheduled meet, though, right?
Our first was supposed to be on Monday. We were supposed to be at Village Green on Monday.
Okay.
It's just not open. They're not ready yet.
Yep.
So then Coach Wolf from Cheyenne called and said, "Hey, what do you think about Boise Sioux?" And we actually had a Class B event on Monday, so we couldn't host
there was
Monday.
one here?
There was one here.
Oh, I didn't know that.
I think all the Region 1 schools were here for that event on Monday. So then we couldn't go Monday, so we kind of looked at the weather and thought, well, let's go Thursday, or today would have been fine too. But we decided on Thursday, and we'll get to host twice this year.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
Which is good for our kids. We get to be at home, and hopefully a little home cooking. We'll play better. And Boise Sioux's in as good a shape as you can expect when the snow melts and you walk out there and start playing. So.
Yep, it's that time of year, I guess. And how's your golf game? Come on now. Have you been out yet?
I get to
this
go
year?
to Arizona and play for
like somebody else.
Yeah,
Here we go.
I mean, I go out. I shovel my driveway on a Saturday, and then I go play golf on Sunday because it's got the snow off the driveway. I can back out and go play golf on Sunday. I've done that twice, but it's a little sketchy.
Not like somebody that just
He's right in the groove already.
Yeah.
That's April 15th, and
I was hitting it pretty well.
at the top of his game.
I'm not gonna lie.
already.
Not gonna lie, I was hitting it pretty good.
I asked him, "You hitting it left, right, or middle?" And he said,
All of the above.
"Yes."
I said all of the above. Yeah. Which I really didn't care because I was playing golf.
Yep.
So
And that's how I felt with the 2 times I played too.
Yeah.
I think the kids were that way early when we got out, but now it's on tomorrow. So
Yep.
yeah, it'll be
And
fun.
what time you tee off? What time's everybody teeing off?
10 a.m. shotgun, so everybody
Shotgun.
will go at 10.
Okay.
I
No charge for admission, right?
no
So
come
just
out
come on
if
out.
you're
If If you want
If
to come
you're
out and watch
bored,
the
come out
boys.
and watch golf, and Phil McIver. Come out and watch golf. You can buy me a cup of coffee and
Yeah,
buzz around.
we could do that. I could use Brian's golf cart.
It's not out of storage yet.
Oh,
So-
what the heck?
Some nice
haven't
golf
had-
carts at Boise
I haven't
Sioux,
had
new
time.
golf carts.
They have new?
Is there?
Really nice.
Really?
All with windshields.
Really?
Yep.
Oh, maybe I'll leave mine in storage a little bit longer.
Boise Sioux is top of the line.
I know a guy over there. I might be able to get a deal. So maybe.
Maybe.
So how does a guy who hasn't had any events yet take up a half an hour? That's what I want to know.
He's easy to talk to.
Evidently. Evidently.
He's easy to talk to.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I
he hasn't
don't know.
had any events, but look out now after this. We'll
I'll
have
tell you what.
a couple of them in the
Yeah.
book.
It'll
Your
be-
stuff goes by fast.
We're going so fast
Yeah.
now. Once we
Yep.
start, then it's crazy.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
It really is. So I'm excited. I really like how our numbers though, how we've got so many kids that are competing for spots.
That's kind of cool. Yeah.
So you're gonna have to play, and if you play well and get
Yep.
yourself in a position, you can play a lot.
Yep.
And we, like I said too, Coach Bachel's got a lot of JV and junior high too. So our kids will get to play, which is fun.
All right.
And it's a lifetime sport, you know. Even old guys can slash it around like
Yeah.
Watson.
Like him. Yeah.
You playing from the Grays yet?
Well, I'd like to, but
Me too, but I got to wait a few more years.
Gotta wait a
so
few more
I
years
got to wait a few
before
more
legal
Have you
years.
seen that bobblehead that he's got over there of himself as a golfer?
That's me and my dad there.
Nice.
How about that?
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh,
So
you
he's
can't
even
see
got a
it.
bobblehead of his. There they are.
Yeah.
On the right side of the screen there.
My daughter
That's-
gave me that.
That's Watson in the light blue. B-dub.
Right?
And Sir James.
I'm the
in
good-looking
black.
one.
you're the good-looking one.
Yeah, I'm the good-looking one.
All right, let's call it quits here. We're going to talk to Amanda, and I think is she here?
She is here.
All right. I didn't see
She's
her
been here
walk
for
in.
20 minutes.
I didn't see her walk in. I'm
Yeah, I
sorry.
know.
Okay. Jeff, you got anything
All right,
else?
That's it.
Good luck tomorrow.
Thanks,
and,
you guys. Thanks for your
head on over
coverage.
there.
I appreciate it. Yep.
All right, Jeff Ralph, head coach of the Huskies boys golf team. We got Amanda Lundsetter, tennis coach for the Huskies, coming up next right here on Three Borders Sports Network. We'll be right back.
Your choice for outpatient rehabilitation and sports injuries with locations in Fergus Falls, Breckenridge, and Hankinson. Orthopedic and sports physical therapy is the right choice for your recovery. Live your best life. Trust the experts at OSPTI.
Fast turnaround, cute designs, and so many options. It's totally made for you. Comfy Vibes Co. Fast, trendy, custom, yours. Check us out at comfyvibesco.com.
For 75 years, Corner Drug has been your trusted Health Mart pharmacy in Wapaton. As the prescription specialist, we're dedicated to your health. We provide immunizations to keep you safe, along with health pack compliance packaging for easy medication management. Plus, our medication synchronization ensures all your prescriptions are ready when you need them. Experience personalized care and expertise at Corner Drug, where your health is our priority.
Insurance is an important safety net for your family, your home, and your business. Carlson Family Insurance Agency is your local auto owner's insurance provider. At Carlson Family Insurance, they work for their clients, not the companies. Customer service and satisfaction is their #1 goal. Give Carlson Family Insurance a call for all of your personal, farm, business, and crop insurance needs. 701-672-6002 or at cfiagency.com. Carlson Family Insurance, your auto owner's insurance agent.
That's funny.
I don't
Amanda
know.
doesn't want nothing to do with our.
Did we do
bickering
something to
back
her?
and
Did we
forth.
say
I
something?
don't. I just don't want to be the
Or-
one that has to hurt someone's feelings to break you up.
You can't hurt Watson's feelings.
I really can't. I'm pretty tough.
Yeah.
I am. I'm a
Welcome
tough
back,
guy.
everybody, to the Giants Coaches Show, and it's presented to you by Red River Communications, Internet with a Human Touch, and Red River Communications, also on Red River Communications Cable Channel 28. And right now we're joined by head coach of the girls tennis squad, and that's Amanda Lundsetter. Amanda, thanks for joining us tonight. First spring show of the year.
Of course, of course.
And you've kind of battled the weather too, just like everybody else. In a good way, though, you're able to play some of your events indoors. So you've been able to have one indoor already. But before we get to that, let's talk a little bit about the team, and better go through your assistant coaches again. We better get the mentions for those folks.
I'm working again with Dan Frame and Liz Cummings, and Dan is my longtime assistant coach. He's been at it longer than I have, so welcoming him back. And of course, Liz is our volunteer assistant coach, and she's our former #1 for the girls tennis, and she's now been retired a few years now too. So she's stuck with us both in girls and guys season, complete asset, since we had a unusual, again, another record breaker for me of girls coming out this year.
I saw the roster on the website, and if that roster is correct, you got over 20 girls.
Yes, and we originally started out with 30, so we had a few fall off at the beginning of the season, but still far more than we've had in many years. So
good for you.
It's really great.
And good for the program.
Yeah, it's a really great deal to have her on board with us. So.
And there are some younger ones on the roster that you had listed. I saw some 8th graders and stuff, but and I think that is a credit to you and what you do with the Park and Rec side. And
yes, it's nice to see the Parks kids come out for the season, and so we do have a few 7th graders and a really large roster of 8th graders. So it's great because we know that we have time to build them up and get them ready for the years to come. So it's always great to have a good middle school roster.
And in a reverse side of numbers, the upperclassmen, you got a few juniors, but I think only one senior I saw.
I have one senior, and she is not a returning senior. She's actually a brand new senior. She's testing out some tennis this year, so I'm really happy to have Jasmine Benedict join our team. And I think she's really enjoyed it. I haven't scared her away, so that's always a good sign. So she is our singular senior, and she is new to tennis this year, and she's really been picking it up quite well, yes.
Okay.
But other than that, our returning varsity, they're all young, so that's always great for us. We have time to really make sure that we have the best of the best before they graduate.
Well, let's talk about that returning varsity that you've got then, and then we'll get into the match that you've already had and talk about that a little bit. But let's talk a little bit about those girls and who you're expecting to be on the varsity a lot for you this spring.
Sure thing. Returning at #1 is Brenna Erdman. She's been a strong competitor for the last couple of years, and she continues to show a lot of promise as she is moving into her junior year of tennis. And I had the pleasure of being able to travel with her in the off season. She and I played in a couple of tournaments together last summer, and I watched her really work a couple of things out that she struggled with last spring, and I really am excited for her in her junior year to see what she brings at that #1 position, which is so challenging. To another really exciting component to that is Ava Schuler, who's really put in some work in her off season as well, and has shown quite a bit of improvement in her game. I've seen a definite increase in her consistency. Her and Brenna were actually pretty close for the one spot at the beginning of the season. I think they'll continue to push each other to be the best that they can at 1 and 2. And Ava's younger than Brenna, and so once Brenna graduates, Ava will be a nice, strong person to step into that role.
Awesome.
And then at #3, a little bit unexpectedly, but not unexpectedly, is my daughter Rhapsody at #3, and she was at #4 or 5 last year, 5. And she's moved up, and she's also put in quite some time in her off season as well. She did play basketball this winter, so her conditioning was there, and her working on her hand-eye coordination. We love that she plays basketball, but she was really chomping at the bit to get to her tennis season. She's really kind of fallen in love with it, which is exciting for me.
And I bet Mom doesn't take it easy on her when you're playing her.
No, she will never beat me. Never. She better get real good if she wants to beat me. So, so it's nice to see that she's slid into that spot. Another couple of juniors we have moving up as well. Raven Skunberg has moved up in her ladder, but she'll be fighting a couple of 8th graders that I have, and we're still in the midst of some challenge matches at this time. So Raven and Hannah Modero are both returners, and they bring good experience, returning experience to the team. But we got some tenacious younger players with Isla Casti and Coco Comstock that are going to put pressure on them, and they'll be fighting back and forth for that position. And I feel like we have a couple of wild cards in there as well, but it's just a little too early to say at this time.
All right, that's fair enough. And again, you were able to have it, when was that? Friday, April 10th is when you had your first match against probably one of the toughest teams in the EDC perennially.
Yes.
And Red
Unfortunate.
River.
We played Red River right at the beginning, right at the 9 practices, which with the Easter break was a little bit challenging. A lot of people
that's right. That would
have
been Good Friday.
Yeah, a lot of people had vacations and they had things going on, and so half our team wasn't even eligible to play, unfortunately. And then the ones that were, we just ended up taking the varsity up since it was really cold that day and playing indoors. And I think, considering we had only seen a real court twice, and the second time that we had seen a real court was like 40 degrees outside, I thought the girls handled themselves really well. They adapted. It just took a little bit of time, and the space is really large, so there was a lot of factors. The grit of the court was one. Having lines, the gym lines are not helpful at all, you know, so there were a lot of things to adjust to, and I thought, man, if we could play Red River on a different day, later in the season, it probably would have been a lot more competitive. Brenna at one singles struggled a little bit, but she came through and ended up splitting sets and going into a third set, and I feel very strongly that that match could have gone either way. So, and that's one against Red River. That's not a common place where we are able to compete. So I just feel like if we had our ducks a little more in a row, we'd been fine. Even the Red River coach mentioned to me at the beginning before the match again, he's like, yeah, this weather really sucks. We've been indoors for the last 2 weeks, and he means indoors at Choice Health and Fitness, and I'm like, oh, poor you. I was like, we've been indoors in an elementary gym with 30 girls, so and not quite the same positioning. So for what the girls had at their disposal, I thought they handled themselves really well, and you know, now we've had some luck with weather, so we've been out on court. They have no excuse. They need to go play Valley City and show what they actually can do.
So you've been able to practice outside here now with the weather nice today. And
we've been outside most this week, and while some days have been chillier than others, like today, I think a few of us walked home with some sunburns, which is whatever. As long as we're not shoveling the court, who cares? So.
And you do, like you said, you're going to Valley City tomorrow, so that'll be outside, and should be a good day for that tomorrow.
Yep, I think it'll be on the cool side, but they'll be running around. They'll be fine. It'll just be Coach Frame and I freezing to death, so whatever.
I don't think it'll be too cold, so you should be all right.
Right, so better than 40 degrees. So.
Yes, that's absolutely correct. And then the following Monday, it looks like you got Shanley, and that's your first home match.
Yes.
On Shanley on Monday.
Yep, and we had that actually rescheduled. Originally, we were supposed to play them this last Tuesday, but with state drama occurring, we had players gone, so we had that postponed so that they wouldn't have to turn around right away and play that varsity match. So we are already making some adjustments, but I mean, let me just, if the weather can just hold its horses on everything. We would like to space out our matches and have a nice moderate season. If it continues to kind of play around with us, we are looking at some back-to-back matches here in the future now that our tennis bye is passed. So hopefully the girls, my main concern about the season, which I hammered, maybe my lecture was a little too long, but I don't care. At the end of today was, I don't care anything else. You must stay healthy, and you must do a immaculate job with your grades. I was like, those are the two things you can control. You can control what goes into your body and how much sleep you get, and you can control doing a good job in class. And I was like, because there's no room for error. We cannot be missing players. We can't afford people to not be there and not show up. So the threat was put out there.
Well,
and hopefully they'll listen, because it's just a dumb reason not to be on court.
And I'm sure Brian can attest to that fact too, that the same thing goes in any sport. Huh?
Yeah.
Do you prefer
to be inside or outside?
As a
For your matches.
Yeah, as a tennis player, I prefer indoors.
Yeah.
As a coach, we would prefer to be outdoors because outdoors means more courts and more people get to play.
Okay.
I have a no-cut team, so we don't cut on ability. It has more to do with like if you're going to be commit or not. So because of that no-cut team, everyone's guaranteed play. Outdoors provides us more opportunities to play more matches, more play time. And so when we go indoors and you have to pay for each court per hour, it just limits the amount of play time and who gets to play. So I'm sure the players would say the same thing. Indoors, no wind, no sun glare. So that's nice. It tends to be much hotter indoors. But as far as everyone getting the opportunity to have fun, outdoors always. So.
Yep.
Noted.
Very good.
Yeah.
All right. Amanda, anything else? Good luck tomorrow.
Thank you so much.
Monday.
Monday, that home match is here. We'd really appreciate anyone and everyone, whether you know anything about tennis or not, come on out and support the girls. I know that they would really appreciate it. And, we love seeing you. We want to hear you cheer, so don't be worried about etiquette. It's all in good fun, and it's all in good
It's not
favor.
Wimbledon type of atmosphere.
No, you feel fear, cheer loudly. So.
All right, Amanda Lundsetter, the girls tennis coach here for the Huskies, and appreciate you coming in.
Yeah,
we'll see you in 2 weeks, I hope.
Yes.
We're not here next week, so we'll see you in 2 weeks.
Sounds good.
Amanda Lundsetter, girls tennis coach, and we'll be back with Eric Erlinson, Cowboys track coach, coming up next right here on Three Border Sports. We'll be right back.
A few years ago, my hip was getting to the point where it was affecting my life.
When I met you in the office, you listened to what I had to say.
My goal is to teach patients about their diagnosis, explain the treatment options so that they can make the decision that is best for them. And then I want to get to know them, know their symptoms, and know how their symptoms are affecting their quality of life. Because we don't just treat what an x-ray tells us, we treat their symptoms.
I was so impressed with Dr. Lindemeyer that now Essentia is my first choice.
Hey there! So we have 30 seconds to tell you why you should be a member of FCCU.
First Community Credit Union is member owned.
But aren't all financials member owned?
Nope, they're not.
Many have stockholders that drive decisions.
As a credit union, we put our members first.
As a matter of fact,
that means all the money that we make,
cha-ching,
gets reinvested back to you, our member owners.
So come see why.
Life is better with community at First Community Credit Union.
Comdell Innovation is now hiring production technicians for a variety of shifts with opportunities to make $20 or more per hour. Work in a clean, climate-controlled facility. Second shift, 4 10-hour days, every weekend off, 3:30 p.m. to 2 a.m., and 4 crew rotation, straight days, 7 a.m. to 7 p.m., or straight nights, 7 p.m. to 7 a.m. Apply in person or online at ComdellInnovation.com. Comdell Innovation of Wahpeton, an employee-owned company.
Every business begins with an idea. With dedication, hard work, and high-speed broadband, that idea can grow into something giant. The member organizations that form BAN are proud to support North Dakota businesses every step of the way, from the soil to the stadium. The Broadband Association of North Dakota, helping North Dakotans grow bright ideas into big business.
All right, welcome back to the Giants Coaches Show, everybody, and it's also brought to you in part by Red River Communications, internet with a human touch, and Red River Communications Cable Channel 28. I forgot to say hi to my grandsons. They're watching.
They should be in bed right now.
Cam and Wyatt.
That's what they should be.
Had to say my hi there.
I don't understand why they get to
Go
stay
bed,
up
boys.
so. Why do they get to stay up so late?
Brian wants them to go to bed.
It's
well,
so
they
late.
Usually take their bath after supper, and then they get to watch
just too
TV
late.
until 8 o'clock.
It's too late. So you weren't ready, by the way, either.
I know I wasn't.
You said you'd be ready after the next one.
I was just asking Eric a question.
But like a good producer does, I just
You
rolled
played
it.
the music.
I just got
I
right
heard it.
going. I got right going. Went into another ad.
You're not getting a raise, so don't ask.
I should. I'm going to give myself a raise.
No.
Okay.
No.
And then you come back. You're still talking.
Mm-hmm.
I let the bumper play a little bit.
I got to put up with Eric.
Yeah, I can see that.
I'm just saying. I'm doing what good producers do.
Eric Erlinson, head coach of the Cowboys track team, is here joining us. We'll cut Brian off like that. And just
he always does.
He takes himself off the screen there, so we don't have to pay attention to him that way anymore. But he does his things behind the curtain, and we appreciate you coming in tonight, Eric, and being a part of it. And uncharacteristically, like the rest of the coaches that we've talked to so far this evening with Amanda and Jeff hasn't had any outdoor events. Amanda had an indoor event with the tennis squad, but you've had 2 indoors and 1 outdoor.
Exactly.
So you've been busy.
We've been busy.
I think what did track start? March 9th is what you first practiced was? Does that sound about right?
Yeah, and we were lucky enough to do some practices over at Science School while they were on break.
Okay.
And so we got some indoor running.
Stuff.
Yeah, that really helps.
Oh,
because we don't have gym space. Softball and baseball basically takes the gyms up at our place. So
that worked out good.
Yeah, so we have to go in the halls, and our halls are really hard and marble floor and not good for the legs.
No.
So it was really nice to have that 1 week where we were able to get inside.
I bet it was.
Yep.
Yeah, I bet it was.
Very
Yep.
good.
All right, Eric, we've got Michael McCall coming in later to talk girls track, but let's talk about the boys track team first. And first of all, before we move on, let's talk about your assistant coach. You've got 1 or 2?
I've got 2, and now we just added, because of a unique problem, we have lots of kids, way more than we've had. I think when I started in 22, I think we had about 12 boys out, 7 through 12.
Okay.
We now have about, I think I wrote it down here, 33.
33 boys.
Yeah. And so
awesome.
it's the need for more coaches. So we just added another coach, Ekron.
Oh, okay.
Yep. So Ekron is going to be our junior high, help with our junior high.
All right.
And we have Sierra Hansey.
Oh yeah.
She's helping with the sprinters, and then the shot put is from Mr. Fierce spacing on his name now.
That's all right.
Yeah.
We'll think of it sometime here during
Noah
the thing.
Brennan.
Noah Brennan. I knew that too. Now that you mentioned it.
So
I knew that. I should have said that because
yes,
I knew
I
that
knew
too
it.
as well.
And I wanted to say burnt because I've got Troy on my head, but anyway.
Well, we had a couple of indoors, and I think they were both at Concordia, correct?
Yep, they were.
And how did we do there?
We did.
Were you happy with team results, or was it just more individual results you were looking for there?
Well, it's kind of getting ready for the year, you know.
Oh, absolutely.
And to see what, especially we have, like I said, 33 kids now, and it's a unique problem for me that we have to figure out where these guys, a lot of newcomers, where they fit in, how they all fit together, to where they're best and where it's best for the team. So it's a little challenge right now. That's what we're doing right now, finding out what they're doing well and what they're best for the team. So.
Yep. And so what did you find out in those indoors?
Well, we found out that we did really well. At our first meet, we placed 5th. We were ahead of DGF, Staples, Hillcrest, and Barnesville. All of those are really good track teams.
Squads. Yeah,
yes, they are. They're traditionally good.
Yeah.
And so placing ahead of them was a good thing.
Yes.
Yes. In our second meet, we got 3rd. Again, we placed ahead of Barnesville and Pelican Rapids, Staples, and Hillcrest. So I felt really good about placing ahead of them. Those are traditionally really, really good teams.
Mm-hmm.
So that was a good sign.
Yep. So that was good. And then yesterday you went to Perham.
Yesterday I went to Perham.
Yep.
Ton of kids there.
Outdoor, of course.
Outdoor, and there was a lot of kids, and they only placed six places.
Oh, okay.
So in the indoors they placed 8.
Yep.
Which was to our advantage. I think our strength in our team is we don't have any like a Michael Whitney, going to go in state.
Mm-hmm.
Or, we have a lot of really good kids, but we don't have that top tier, which then if you have less places, it struggles. So last night was only placing 6, and that was not good for us. That was a tough one for us as far as team-wise, because we had a lot of, right in there, the 5th, 6th, 7th, that would normally score you some pretty good points, but now they don't do much for...
Not when you're only placing the top 6.
Top 6, so so we didn't fare as well there. But
how many teams were there? You said a lot.
Well, it was a lot. Well, I give an example. I think there was. Let me think. I wrote it down here. There was 72 kids in the 200.
In the 200 only.
In the 200 only. 72 kids in that one event. So that shows you how many. And then you had to place in the top 6 to get any points for the team.
Wow.
So it was a loaded. And then Pequot Lakes was there. Thieford Falls was there. DGF was there. Perham, obviously Perham.
Sure.
I mean, those are
some
all
big
those are all
schools,
big.
too.
tough schools.
Yep.
So we had a uphill battle there. So
Yep.
yep.
So what'd you have there that you got? I see you got some individual.
I got some
results.
individual stuff. So just kind of go through it a little bit.
Some of them.
Yeah, kind of just some highlights, and I'm not going to be able to get through everybody.
No,
but
that's fine.
One of them is Troy Burnt.
Yep.
Troy has been cross country.
Yep.
And traditionally he's been our 2-miler for us. And he's trying to make. And last year he did some sprints in our relays.
Yep.
And he's starting to liking it. And so this year he's trying to go a little shorter. We've been trying him in the 800 a little bit and the 400 a little bit, and he's still running in our 4x2. But so we're trying to figure out, and he's just starting to learn how to run those shorter events. So it's gonna be interesting where he falls.
He's a junior.
He's a junior. And he placed. I think I put it down here.
Go ahead.
He placed 6th last year in the 2-mile.
Okay.
Sections. So I mean, he's one of the top of the sections. The 2-mile. Now he's trying to make that transition more into a mid distance kind of guy. So I think he would like to be a 100 and 200 runner, but we'll see where he's best for him.
How do you feel about that as a coach?
Well,
can I ask that question?
You know what?
Or you just letting them experiment?
We got to experiment. You got to see where they're best and where they're at.
Okay.
For me, I think of it 2 ways. I look at what can I do for you? What can I do for you, Troy?
Yeah.
But at the same time, I'm kind of like, what can you do for the team?
Yeah.
So it's kind of a, kids come out for track for different reasons. Some kids are just in track to get faster for football.
Yeah.
Some kids are there because it's their number one thing they love. So it's finding out what they need and what they can do for our team.
Some of them just like throwing that big metal ball around too.
Well, yeah, we got those throwers. We got a couple of throwers. Henry Sledall and Rylan Davis are a couple of throwers there.
Yep.
They're our main guys. But they're coming along.
They like to do that too.
They like to
do
that.
Who else you got there? There are finishers up there toward the top that you want to talk about.
David's been doing well.
I saw a pole vault he had.
Yes, he did. He he's kind of been the last couple of years. He's one of, again, he's not a Michael Whitney, but he's got good speed. And so again, relays has been his thing. But pole vault last year, and he picked it up because we were just like, we went to True Team, and I talked about True Team a little bit, how each time you get a person that places, you get more points for your team. So it's like, get anybody in any event. Well, a couple of years ago, it's like, well, who's going to go over the bar and pole vault? So it started that way. Now last year, he just started clicking. And it's and he went 12-2 last year. And going to state, he missed state by 6 inches.
That's something.
Yep. And but this year, again, I look at our section, it's loaded with pole vault.
Mm-hmm.
So to qualify for section this year, he's going to have to go 12. I think it's 12. Let's see, 12. 12-8, I think it is.
12-8 or
Pretty
so.
sure it's 12-8.
Okay.
So I think he can get it. He went 12-2 this year already. So I think he can get, or 12 foot. I think he got 12 foot this year. Yep. 12-2 last year. So,
okay.
Yep.
So David's doing that.
And then, we got Charlie Eggman. He came out last year. He's been, he just does whatever I ask him to.
Sure.
He's very precise. He works hard.
Yep.
And he's kind of found a niche in the triple jump, and he's taken ownership in it, and he's working really hard and taking a lot of strides to get himself better in it. So he's jumping in, 38 feet. So, and he is just, he just started it last year as kind of like, hey, try this. Last year was, hey, try this triple jump, and try the high jump. He was trying a high jump, triple jump, long jump. And all of a sudden he's kind of like, hey, I think this triple's for me. And he's taking it on, and I think he has a lot of room for improvement there. So he's at 38 already, and I think he can go a lot higher.
Yeah.
So
Charlie Legeman.
And Charlie Legeman.
See? Watson, you remember that?
You're learning. You're starting to retain things. We'll see if he remembers it next football season.
Yeah. Of course, Joey Lopez.
Yep.
Joey's speedster. He's one of our fastest guys. Although we have a guy that's challenging him this year with Hunter Bogenreef.
Oh. Okay.
So Hunter came out as a 10th grader now, and he's right up there with Joey. So him and Joey are battling it out.
Is Hunter a leaper too? Does he do the high jump?
Joey does the long jump.
Okay.
And I think he's got our longest long jump for us right now.
Okay.
And then Hunter is doing the high jump for the
Yes.
first time, and I think he went 5.6.
Okay.
And this is, he just started this year.
Just starting. That's not bad.
Yeah. But Hunter's got that good length.
Oh,
and,
he's got.
powerful and explosive.
Yep.
So it's good to see him do that. So
good. Yep.
And then another one that we got coming up here, Jack Ekron, is taking ownership in the 800.
Yeah.
So he came out last year. he's cross country boy again.
Yep.
So it's like, okay, and
So
he's
Lash will know him.
Yeah, Lash knows him, and it's just and Lash knows this more than I do. But converting from the 2 mile cross country now to 800 runner, and he's starting to he's starting to really like it. And he's working
figure
hard.
that out. That's good.
Jack is one we have to sometimes say, slow down, Jack. You don't have to keep working out every night. You got to let your body recover sometimes.
Yeah.
And so sometimes it's like, hey, we took a night off a little bit when it was snowing one night.
Sure.
And I'm driving back from, I can't remember where I was coming back from, but here's Jack running in the wind and snow, and I'm like, okay, Jack, you can take a night off once in a while. So you got to let your body recover too. So,
What kind of condition is the track in over in Breckenridge? Are you able to use parts of it at least?
We can use parts of it.
Yeah.
It's not, we can't have a meet on it, obviously.
Right.
There's
and
lanes.
I think that's part of the new build too, isn't it?
Yep,
Eventually it's all going to be...
That's part of the,
I didn't mean to get
making
into,
8 lanes, yep.
Yeah, I didn't mean to get into politics
No,
or anything.
there's no politics in that. That's needed.
That's what's
and
coming,
a lot of people know it's needed.
Okay.
We don't want to let that go. And
yep.
especially now you see our numbers increasing, and
yes.
You see the pride in the football and the basketball, and now the pride coming to these kids, the pride they're taking in the track team and
That's
baseball
cool.
and everything else. It is.
I didn't know your numbers were up that high.
No, it's that pride. It's fun to see that coming back again. So, I mentioned Hunter already. He's going 5'6". Kai McDonald come out as a senior.
Yeah.
It's like, okay, well, let's give him a try. And all of a sudden, like, holy cow. Well, he doesn't run like a hockey player. I've seen hockey players run. He doesn't run like a hockey player.
Oh, really?
No.
Pretty good runner.
Yeah, he runs. He's got a nice stride.
Good.
So he's like, what do you do with him? He could do anything. He's a senior. And it's like, okay, where do we put him?
Okay.
He's tall, long, strong, and fast. And so we're looking at 400, 200. Are we, where do we put him? But he's going to give the 300 hurdles a try.
There you go.
Yeah,
because
he's with his strength, and he did it last night for the first time.
What is he, about 6'1"?
About that. I'm not sure what his.
I don't know
but
either,
he's about that. But he's got good length, good height, and good strength. And so that might be a good event for him. We're going to give it a try, and we'll see how it goes.
Well, that'd be cool.
Yeah,
that'd be fun
and
to
we
watch.
need someone to be good at that because we don't have anybody there right now. So that's a good place he could fill in. So. And then Ethan Jant, of course, he's been with us for a long time. He doesn't do anything in the fall and the winter. And I tell you what, he takes some little time to catch up in the spring.
Sure,
so but he's improving really quickly here, and he'll be a big part of our team by the end of the year. Okay. He keeps working hard like that. So,
all right. Awesome.
Then we got some newcomers. I got some juniors that came out just there. Talk about hockey players. Easton Nepple, Bob Nepple came out.
Yep.
And he's been, like last night, David's down in Arizona. His brother, Steven's getting married this summer.
Okay.
And so they had some thing that the brothers all got together down in Arizona here.
At golf.
And so Bob jumped in, and he took the baton. He led the relays last night. And he gets out and runs pretty darn good for
him.
He runs, And also Charlie Ekron then. Jack talked Charlie into coming out.
Okay.
So those are good newcomers there.
Yep.
So those are a couple of
Athletes
juniors.
there,
Juniors that just came out. Sophomores we have again, Hunter and McGill. McGill came out this year. And freshmen, as quite a talented group, we got Cam McDonald, that's Kai's brother.
Kai's brother, yeah.
Yep. And then Colton Allander, and then Jace Dower has been with us a couple years, and he's a strong runner. Adam Hustle, Charlie Murtis, and Jacob Voss.
Okay.
And Jacob has taken on, he's going in the 200 for us, or the 2 mile, for us. The first time it's like, I don't know, I like the mile better, It's like, but I need a 2 miler, and he did it without saying too much. And that's doing it for the team.
Good.
So I appreciate that for the team.
Absolutely. Hats off to him.
We have one 8th grader that I brought up, Jack Struenberg.
Okay.
He ran his first race last night in varsity, and I think he got 7th in Perham. Okay. Now, you don't know anything about Perham and distance in the 2 mile. Perham has got a ton of good
They've got a good history.
Yeah, they are tough.
Yep,
they got a really good coach there.
Yep.
That Morris is a really good coach, and so Jack taking 7th was awesome. And then I have one 7th grader I've been bringing up, and he's a sprinter, Martell Davis. And we'll see. I just want to see his times.
Yeah.
I mean, we watched him at the science school, and it's like, ooh, he's staying right up with Troy and those other guys. But but he's young. 7th grade as a sprinter going against seniors is not easy. So we're going to have him kind of go between junior high and varsity a little bit whenever we need him. So
all right.
That pretty well does our team up. So
sounds like the team there. We'll be back in 2 weeks, and we can talk more about the next events you got coming up. I think Oh, where is it? The 21st, Tuesday. The 21st looks like your next. Oh, you got one
tomorrow. Yeah, we got one tomorrow.
Fergus.
We're going to Fergus tomorrow.
Going to Fergus tomorrow.
Yeah, we got Fergus there. I think.
I bet that'll be.
I think Perm will be there again.
Yeah.
Yeah, we got some tough teams there.
That'll be another big one, I'm
Yeah,
sure.
it'll be. Yep.
All right, we'll talk in a couple of weeks. Next week, Brian's going to be gone again, of course. So we'll
be away
chat.
on business.
Who said good for him? Was that the green room that said that?
That was those guys back there.
He deserves it.
Be away on business though. This is not a pleasure trip. So
whatever.
It's on business.
Whatever. We'll just drop it at that. Eric, thanks for joining us. We'll talk to you in 2 weeks here about some more boys track here for the Cowboys.
Sounds good.
All right, Eric Erlinson, head coach of the Cowboys track team, and we got Jack Heidemann sitting out in the green room there, as you saw in the camera shot, and Jack will be in to talk some Cowboy baseball. They played yesterday too as well, and they played Monday, so we'll be back and talk to Jack here shortly.
Having the right insurance team will change the way you view insurance. Hi, this is Amanda from State Farm. My staff and I believe insurance is a tool that can help you plan for what can go wrong so you can focus and invest in what can go right.
Amanda and her team are dedicated to serving you and the community. They are local, committed, and a trusted insurance team. See why they've been voted Best Insurance Agency 7 years and counting.
Come see us. We'd love a chance to work with you too.
Smith Motors in Wapaton, our goal is to find the vehicle that fits you, both in lifestyle and budget. Do more with the spacious GMC Acadia, the powerful, always dependable Chevy Silverado, or the rugged, hardworking GMC Sierra. Since 1960, Smith Motors has provided an excellent automotive experience featuring high-quality service and low-pressure sales. Chevrolet or GMC, the selection is great, and if we don't have it, we'll find it for you. Smith Motors, small-town friendly, big-town...
Getting you back to what you love. We are Optimum Rehab. For over a decade, Dr. Tony Eggeman has provided physical therapy services for the people of Wapaton, Breckenridge, and surrounding communities. We're a small practice that sees our patients as individuals. Through hands-on techniques, our patients have their treatment plans tailored to their exact needs. Sprains, sore muscles, back pain, achy joints, rehab following surgery, you name it. Optimum Rehab is your answer. When you need exceptional physical therapy, you need Optimum Rehab.
All right, we're going to talk about some baseball.
You know I have to push a lot of buttons.
Did I start talking or what?
Yes, you gotta
I
give it a
thought
little.
you shut the music down so I could.
You have to give it a little bit of
Jack,
time.
help me out.
There's more than one button that I have to push over here. I have to turn everybody's mic on. You have to have a little bit of patience. It's like I tell my girls in basketball. You know what? We can't do it all at once. You know, you're not going to get. There's no 10-point baskets.
Okay.
Got to have a little patience.
10-point basket.
There's no 10-point baskets. You got to have a little patience.
There is a 4-run home run though.
That's a home run. That's bases loaded.
Yeah.
That's not the same.
But it still gets you 4 runs.
That's not the
Grand
same.
Slam. Yeah.
We're talking about two different sports here. Does
Well,
he
I'm
know
just
what
saying.
he's doing? Does he know what he's?
There is a 4-point
We're
play
behind.
in
All right.
basketball, too, though.
We're behind. We're behind.
We are behind.
There's no 10-point plays though.
No, there is no. You're right.
Thank you. That's all I was looking for. Thank you.
That's all he wants to know is he's right. So, anyway, welcome to Jack Heidemann. Jack, again, thanks for coming by here. Our first spring show of the year, and Cowboy baseball. Again, you're just like Jeff Ralph and everybody else, Amanda and Eric, of course, fighting the spring weather and getting some practice outside a little bit was tough to do.
Yeah, I mean, it's finally taken a turn for the better, which is great. We spent, I mean, it was starting to get
cabin fever inside in the gym a little bit, but obviously the
gosh.
sun's shining, the temps warming up, and we're outside, and now we're kind of off and running. And I mean, basically from this point on, it's a busy schedule with a lot of games and practices here and there, but I'm excited for it.
First of all, before we get into the season so far and what you got for a team coming up, I got a quick ask you, the coaches, and I understand Dad's back, Kevin's back helping you out this year.
I brought him out of retirement. I mean, he was never fully retired.
No,
You know,
he
He would be coming in still and helping us out, but I mean, he's such a great asset. He just knows so much, and he's really good with the player development, which is such an important thing with baseball. And so just to have another guy around that can do that. So obviously, this is my 4th year coaching. Kevin is the like my official assistant this year, so he'll be around all the time. Austin Ramos this year is doing the JV, and he's always helped me as assistant coach. You know, it's hard to make it out of our Minnesota playoffs. There's just so many games in such a short window.
So many.
But I guess I'm excited for the start of the season and to kind of hit the ground running.
Everybody's healthy pretty much, aren't they?
And
coming out of
everybody's healthy,
basketball?
100% no issues.
Knock on wood,
Always got to take care of guys' arms and things like this. But no major issues yet holding us back. So it's shaping up to be what should be a really exciting spring season.
I'm excited for the Cowboys baseball squad.
Yes, me too.
I hope it's going to be a good year for you. B-Dub, you got anything there for Coach?
No, he kind of answered my question that I was going to ask about the expectation of the year with all the success that football's had, that basketball's had, with all these seniors. Do you feel like, for lack of a better words, this is your year to kind of ride on those coattails that the success that these seniors have had in other sports?
Yeah, no, I 100% would agree. And again, you don't always have such a senior-heavy team, and so when you do have it, and then with a great supporting cast and juniors as well. I mean, it's going to be really hard to replace some of these guys just because, like I said, they've been playing for so long, and so this is definitely our best shot that we've had in a few years. And we've had some decent teams the last 2, but this should be our strongest and should set ourselves up the best for what hopefully can be a really good postseason run.
Yeah, because last year at the section tournament, you got pretty deep, and I think you were, 2 away?
Yeah, we won a few games, got into, if we would have won one more, we'd have been into the semifinal, and we lost 6-5 in a really close one. So in the year before that, same thing, we got down to the final 4 teams and lost the game 2-1. So, we've been knocking on the doorstep. We've been just slowly kind of getting better every single year and getting closer and getting the experience of some of those really intense playoff games when you get deeper in. So hoping to win a couple more this year.
I hope so too, and hope the Cowboys have a great season. Again, you got Barnesville tomorrow at home.
Yes.
And so that first game time starts at 4?
Yeah, 4 o'clock start on those doubleheaders.
And then Monday you got Holly at home. That's a makeup game, correct?
Yep, that was from last Friday. Yeah, so next week's busy.
And I think that's a game we'll be covering there, by the way. Brian will be at the Holly game. So
awesome. Good to see you guys there.
Yep. All right. Thanks, Jack. Appreciate you coming in.
Awesome. Thanks for having me, guys.
2 weeks we'll be back. We're going to take a week off next week. Brian's got he says it's a work thing down in Florida, but whatever.
Work-related.
Work-related business.
Get it when you can. Yeah.
That's what he said.
Very professional.
Are you taking your golf clubs?
I'm going to take them along with me. I don't know how much I'll play, but I'm going to take them along with me.
See how work-related
I'm not
it
sure
is?
how much free time I will have.
Okay.
But just in case.
All right. Jack Heidemann, head coach of the Cowboys baseball squad. Good luck to the Cowboys tomorrow, and we'll see them on Monday. We'll have it on Three Borders Sports Network on Monday against Holly. We'll be right back, and I believe that Andrew Lundstetter is in the green room waiting up next. We'll be right back.
We know switching banks takes time. But what if we told you that at Bell Bank, we have a team that knows you by name?
Worth it.
Or real people that answer the phone within 22 seconds.
Worth it.
A bank that you can trust that will never hit you with sneaky fees?
It's so worth it.
Switch and see why Bell Bank is worth it. Bell Bank, member FDIC.
Minn Kota Ag Products has helped farmers with all their agricultural needs as the farming industry has expanded. They provide farmers with all their chemical, fertilizer, seed, grain, and elevator needs. They also offer deep band tillage, chemical application, and fertilizer application, just to name a few. Proud to be a partner in your operation since 1941. Download the MKAP Grower 360 app from your app store today to see current market prices, your tickets, and any essential information for your operation. Thanks for all your hard work. I just wanted to see if you learned anything.
I'm pausing.
You don't have to wait that long.
Well, Chad was looking over your shoulder at me to make sure I waited too.
Well, I know. I mean, you don't have to wait that long, but
Well, good afternoon or good evening, everybody, and welcome to the Giants Coaches Show. Giants Seeds and Snacks, our sponsor, and also the Red River Communications, Internet with a Human Touch.
Hey.
You're looking at me like you want to say something here before I get into the interview.
we're 8
with
minutes
Andrew.
behind. I just wanted to let you know.
I said that before we went.
I know that, but I just want to make sure that you're aware.
Well, you got Larry Lash coming up next.
I know.
What's going to
we're-
happen after that?
Speaking of Jeff Ralph, you might have to clear a whole slate for Larry Lash. I'm going to tell you that right now. So,
well, he's been a busy dog.
I know he has. He's been the busiest of all the coaches. So,
Well, don't tell him that.
earmuffs. He didn't
Yeah,
hear it.
he didn't
so
hear
it's okay. It's okay.
All right, we're going to talk to Andrew Ludsetter. We're going to talk some Husky baseball right now. And Andrew, thanks for coming in.
Yeah, absolutely. Thanks for
Your
having me.
number what for you?
This is 9 as the
Number 9.
varsity head coach. Yeah.
As varsity head coach. And let's talk about your assistants here real quick. We'll get that out of the way here as we start talking Husky baseball for 2026. So your assistant coaches.
I still have Hunter McCall with me.
Absolutely.
Hunter's great. We've been together for quite a few years now, and Brett Gilbertson's been with us now for the last couple of years too.
Yeah.
Love having Brett. I coached Brett when he was a senior. That was
Sure.
one of my first years as the varsity coach. And then Eli Kappas is actually helping us out this year too.
I've
He
heard
was on
that.
the team last
He's
year.
helping out, yeah.
Yeah, he's volunteering with us. He's going to play this summer, so gets a chance to get out there and shake some balls and maybe take a little BP every once in a while too. But you know, he's been around the game so long, you know, with his dad and everything. So it's great to have Eli back with us. And then Ryan Brandt is still our JV coach. Ryan's been with us now for about 5 years too. So a pretty well-rounded group, guys that have been
does
around.
well with the JV too.
Yeah, he's great with the kids. You know, we've got a little bit smaller group this year, only 25 kids out.
Between varsity and junior varsity?
Between JV and
Okay.
varsity, so we kind of made a change, and we used to practice separately all the time, and this year we've done a lot more things together.
But that's okay too, isn't it?
Yeah, well, yeah. Actually, it's been really good. You know, they get an opportunity to see the way that we do things. You know,
Yeah.
Ryan gets a chance to be there. First of all, he gets to help us, and then secondly, you know, that's an opportunity. Like, you know, hey, maybe it's just something I hadn't thought about doing this before. You know, with the guys, and then he can take those drills and different things that we're doing, and that filters down, and that's huge for our development. So it's worked out really well so far to have everybody together.
Yeah, and so that concludes your coaches as far as.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
All right.
Yep.
So then let's talk about what you've been able to do outside. Have you been able to? I know you've been out at least once or twice, maybe, but you haven't had that many outdoor practices.
No, not too many. We had actually. I mean, it was funny. We got outside a couple times, like the first week or so that we started, just right out, you know, out of the gym off by the
Yeah, out
elementary
the west
schools.
side of it.
Yeah. But now recently we've been outside pretty much all week. We decided to forego practice last Thursday when it wasn't very nice.
Yeah.
And practiced on Sunday afternoon instead
there
when it
you
was
go.
beautiful out. So got permission from the boys. They were some of them were a little tired from prom because the prom was Saturday night.
Right.
But they were great. They came out. We finished putting up the screens, and we had a little practice. Got to hit on the field, which of course we haven't had a whole lot of opportunities to hit. We thought we might play on Monday, so we wanted to go out and practice on Sunday, and then ended up keeping it as a Tuesday game. So we played yesterday, but then we got Sunday and Monday outside, which was fantastic.
Yep.
Like I said, we finally got a chance to get out and break out the bats and hit a little bit. You know, a lot more than we've had chances to.
Yep.
You just get outside and enjoy the space and
Spring baseball.
There's so much more you can do outside. You know,
It is so
inside becomes a grind. You know,
Yep.
you end up doing a lot of the same things over and over again. So.
Yep. And the hops are like it is on turf, and maybe not even like turf, but the hops are true. And
Right, exactly.
Here, at least when you're outside, it's a different story.
Yeah, for sure, and it was great, you know, because we were playing on a natural surface at Davies yesterday, so being outside at JR for a couple of days and, getting some ground balls. And for the outfielders, just being able to get the ball up in the air, see the ball in the sky and and get, be able to run around a little bit. That's a lot different than being in the gym. You can only do so much for drills.
You can. It's funny you mention that because you often think of that. I played more infield than I did outfield, but you talk about that a little bit, and it is a difference when the sun, you can't practice outfield fly balls in the gym. It just can't be done.
Exactly. Yeah.
And people probably don't think of that, but it's a different deal. It's a different cat.
We have some great drills and everything that we do. You can still work on some things, but yeah, it's just not the same as getting the ball up in the sky and.
Yeah, you can practice cutoffs and stuff like that, but when it's a can of corn, it ain't always a can of corn
That's
right
right.
away in the early spring.
No, definitely not. And our outfielders have been great.
Giblets, giblets. That's right.
Yeah, they've made some really quick adjustments. I've been pretty impressed with we have a small outfield group, but they've done a really nice job so far.
Yeah. Well, let's talk about yesterday. You traveled up to Davies, and the first game, 5-2 loss, but I in my mind, I think that was a good loss.
Yeah, Davies is always super competitive.
Right.
We knew that they were gonna be pretty tough. They had some returning players that were really tough against us last year. I was really pleased with how the game went and how it progressed. I mean, honestly, a bounce here or there. We had opportunities to make a couple of plays to limit their runs, and we were all over the bases. I thought, probably the best job we've done at bat. I told
offensively.
I told Hunter after the game, I said, we just looked so much more poised this year than we did last year.
Yeah.
We looked like we had a plan offensively. Everybody was up there. I mean, we were seeing pitches. Guys were finding their way on base, walk, hits. We had some really nice contact too, but we weren't going down. We weren't striking out looking. We had a few strikeouts, but we were swinging the bat. I was really, really impressed with our approach offensively yesterday. I thought that was much better than what we had seen last year.
That's good to hear.
And like I said, we had a couple of mental lapses on the bases when we just haven't had a lot of live opportunities. And I did joke the one time that I said, "Hey, listen, I know it's our first game this year, but it's not our first ever baseball game.
Right.
So we have to have to limit some of those mistakes.
Yep.
And could have gone the other way. We could have been 5-2 us. So Ryland Flack was outstanding.
That was going to be my next question. Honestly, was I heard Ryland Flack had a good game yesterday.
Yeah, he was fantastic. I mean, for especially for our first game, but pitched with a lot of confidence, a lot of poise. Didn't get rattled by anything. Like I said, we had a couple of defensive miscues, and he just got right back up there and got after it. Hitting spots, changing speeds. I mean, he was dialed in. That's about as good as you could hope for our first start of the year. He threw just a little less than 90 pitches. Which is a pretty good number on a little bit of a chilly day, and he wanted to keep going, so we let him go for a while. We got to protect the arm a little bit early on,
this early season
this year too. But I mean, he's a workhorse, and he gave us a chance to win. He really competed, so that's all we can ask for.
Yep, and he did not get a complete game then.
No, he went 5 innings, and then he reached about that 90 pitch threshold, and that's. That's probably 5 or 10 pitches more than I would have really even liked to throw him, but he was getting stronger. I mean, he was, he was just looking really good, so we let him go as long as he was feeling good. But Dylan Bierstraight came in then, another senior, pitched 1 inning for us. Did a really nice job. He gave up 1 run, but I thought did a really nice job in relief. And then, of course, we were not able to scratch enough runs across to tie the game. So. We just had 6 innings pitched, but
who was the catcher? Who was the battery mate?
Braxton Heitkamp is catching.
Was back
yeah.
I thought
Braxton got to catch a bunch of games last year as a freshman.
I thought I heard that he was injured, so I wasn't sure if he was catching.
Oh, okay. No,
that might have been a mistake. So
Braxton did a really nice job too yesterday. I mean, he's one of those guys that he's going to have an opportunity to catch for 4 years. He's just going to get better and better. He's really learning on the fly, picking things up. He's one of those guys that really loves baseball, eats it up, wants to be really good. And when you got a catcher like that, catchers are usually pretty hardworking mentality anyway. But and he's a kid with a lot of talent too. So offensively, he's he's a little bit overmatched at times.
Okay.
You know, but he's putting in work there too. His swing is really improved. He's only going to get better. I mean, by next year after that, Braxton's going to be a really, really solid two-way player. And he's already getting there as a catcher. So
it's awesome. And then tomorrow is a new game. It's for those of you that haven't heard, the game for Friday has been moved up to tomorrow.
Correct. Yes, correct. I mean, the forecast is so much better for tomorrow.
Gee.
So
Thank you very much. We appreciate it. Three-Quarter Sports will be there, and we appreciate the 70 degrees too. I do have heat in the press box, Chad. I know.
Shout out to AD Woods because he was going to work for us. We couldn't find umps in this area.
I was just going to say, I heard umpires were the issue.
Yeah, so we actually got a couple of guys that had to get certified from North Dakota that are coming from South Dakota to do the game for us tomorrow. So, you know, that's huge to be able to get those games in tomorrow. And, you know, Friday probably would have been impossible
Friday
to
probably.
play,
Yeah, it's going to be under 40.
Yeah,
So.
yeah. So we got Red River coming to town for 2 tomorrow.
And both counters.
Both count. They all count now this year. We're back to both games count in the doubleheaders for the EDC this year. So they were doing that out west and kind of went around with the coaches and the ADs, and it's like, yeah, I mean, you know, we might as well all be doing the same thing.
Spring is short enough the way it is. Get them in. And I should mention too, the second game at Davies was basically postponed after.
Essentially, blew a fuse on their lights.
Isn't that something? Wow.
You know what? You run into a lot of things in spring baseball. That's not one you see all the time.
No.
But yeah, so we had really short time in between games, and we did what we could, but we could only get a couple innings in the second game. So technically, right now, that's a postponed game. So we'll see what have to play that by ear.
Yeah, you'll have to just see with the weather and everything how it all coincides or whatever.
But believe it or not, we've only got about 4 or 5 weeks of regular season to go here. So sometimes it gets hard to squeeze them all in.
It just goes so fast.
Yeah, it really does.
All right, B-Dub, you got anything there for Coach?
No, I think I'm good.
Okay.
We got a log jam now in the green room.
I see the green room's getting full.
I want to try and keep us going.
Keep everybody entertained.
Yeah, I want to try and keep Yard's supposed to be entertaining people.
Yeah, he doesn't do that.
He's back there sleeping. So.
Yep. He's watching hockey.
Yep.
That's entertaining.
All right, we'll just say goodbye. Andrew Lundstetter, head coach of the Huskies baseball squad. Thanks for coming in tonight, man.
Absolutely, yeah.
And
Thanks
good
for
luck to
having
the
me.
Huskies. We'll be there tomorrow. First pitch is scheduled for 4:30.
4:30, that's correct. Yeah.
Yep. So we'll be there, and we'll be on the air about 4:10, and we'll be on the air.
Yeah, let's
See you
go.
tomorrow.
Absolutely, you bet. Thanks.
All right, Andrew Lundstetter, head coach of the Huskies baseball squad, and I think we have the one and only, the legend himself, in his own mind, Larry Lash, coming up next.
At Interstate Engineering, we're more than engineers and surveyors. We're partners in building stronger communities. For 50 years, we've partnered with communities across the Great Plains region, from airports to water systems, transportation to recreation. Our team delivers innovative solutions with integrity, loyalty, and a passion for helping others. Interstate Engineering, improving life, one community at a time.
Is excited to add the full line of Vetterstat equipment to our winning team. From the Tempo high-speed planters that add a new level of precision and simplicity to planting, to the Carrier line of high-speed tillage, and of course, Wilrich and Wishek tillage tools. Vetterstat has a deep lineup of quality solutions for every season. For more info on how Vetterstat can help give your farm the yield advantage next season, contact us at 218-517-7878 or online at yield-advantage.com.
Since 1987, Red River Valley and Western Railroad has served North Dakota and Minnesota with over 500 miles of track. Red River Valley and Western handles shipping, freight car repair, storage options, and now transload services. With over 30 years of experience in the railroad industry, they know dependable service is what you strive for. Red River Valley and Western is proud to be a part of the community since 1987.
What does primary care mean to us? At Sanford Health, it means being there when and where you need it most. It means building a relationship, because when a provider really knows you, they can deliver the best care for every aspect of your health and your life. So what does primary care mean for you? It means understanding your health for today and for where you're headed next. It means a lifetime of care for a lifetime of you.
No matter what time of year, a farmer's relationship with Red River Grain Hefty Seed never changes. Red River Grain Hefty Seed works shoulder to shoulder with area farmers to attain the highest possible profit for you. Red River Grain Hefty Seed has been saving farmers money for years. For all your grain and agronomy needs, stop in or call the friendly staff at 643-3738 or visit them online at redrivergrain.com.
All right, welcome back, everybody, to the Giants Seeds and Snacks Coaches Show, and it's also brought to you in part by Red River Communications, Internet with a Human Touch. I'm Joe Schreiner. He's Brian Watson, and I've forgotten to
do what?
Plug Caribou Coffee out at the truck stop out at the Southern Valley Travel Center.
Don't blame me for that.
The coaches are getting them as they walk out, but I keep forgetting.
I just
to
don't
plug
want Emily mad at
and the
me.
Crew.
That's all I got.
Larry, you'll get one too as well, but I
don't want Emily mad at me.
That. So we got to get free coffee for everybody.
I mean, I'm doing my job over here. I don't know what you're doing over there. That's all I'm saying. And we're down another minute.
9 minutes. That's what
I
Chad
know.
said.
I mean, I'm doing everything I can.
You're
Chad.
the producer, but the executive producer behind you said 9 minutes.
I know, but Chad doesn't know what he's talking about back there.
No, we already started with Larry.
His
so
watch is
they
different.
Don't count 10.
So Michael
9.
McCall is already here.
Yep.
I mean, we had a lineup.
Then we got Jake Dodge coming in.
Yep.
He said if he's got to follow Larry Lash, he told me on a text message, if he's got to follow Larry Lash, he's not coming in until
I mean,
9.
it's hard to do. I'm not going to lie. It's hard to do.
It is. It's kind of hard for, like Tesla to follow up Van Halen. Van Halen's got to be the end.
See, here we go. Now
I should have done that.
Yeah. Now we're going to end up with a whole nother conversation.
So Larry Lash might have a new time zone for.
Right. We're going to have to get velvet ropes outside.
Yeah, we might.
We might have to.
We might have to. All right, let's talk some Huskies track. Boys and girls here. Larry Lash, head coach. Again, Larry, thanks for coming in.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
Appreciate you coming into our spring edition here. And you were with us there in the fall for the cross country, and now you're back for more track in the spring.
Yeah, it's nice to promote the kids. I'm glad you guys give us this format to do that.
Absolutely. We're going to cover a track meet, too. I think we're scheduled for April 30th, I believe.
I believe we are April 30th, yes.
So
hopefully the weather's nice.
I hope so.
So that'll be good.
Yep. So
we like doing track meets. Track meets are kind of fun.
Breckenridge, Michael, you guys in the Breckenridge squad are going to be there too, right? On the 30th. Yep. So we'll have everybody on there.
Yeah, just look before I came up here. We have 14 teams planning on coming to that track meet.
Wow.
Is that a lot?
It's about average.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah. All right, Larry. Let's first, as we did with everybody else, let's talk about your assistant coaches before we get into anything.
Yeah,
else
absolutely. So Rod Brewer is back with me, and since I've been in Wahpeton, he's been part of the track program. And if there's something I'm forgetting, Rod has it covered. So it's
awesome.
It's nice to have a right-hand man like that, and he helps across the board with relays and sprinters.
And Watson will attest to that about
yes,
Rod Brewer.
Yeah, he knows that Brewers.
I mean, he's okay. I mean, he's okay.
We give him good evaluations.
Yeah, yes, we do. Yes, we do.
And Kinsey Gillis is back with us. I believe it's her third year now.
That's
with
right.
The program.
I forgot she was with the program.
Yep, she does a nice job. She was a competitive athlete in high school, and she brings that to the track. And Tom DeBoyu is our SRO officer and a member of the Wahpeton Police Department, and he is super enthusiastic. Brewer and I were at the track meet yesterday, and we were saying, man, if we just had $1 for every time a kid was saying, DeBoyu, they seek him out for encouragement and advice, and
that's awesome.
He's really good. And then we have a new teacher in school and a new coach, Casey Kennedy.
Okay.
She's an elementary teacher, and she is a throws guru. She when she interviewed for the throwing job, she said she went to her first track meet when she was like a month old. And she's been going to track meets ever since. Her dad, her family is all in track and field. So she's taken over with the shot put, discus, javelin.
That's awesome.
So an excellent addition to the program.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Yep. And I think her husband is the new football coach. Isn't
Correct.
he?
Yes. Yep. So very athletic family. So they understand kids and competition, and she's a good fit.
Was she throwing at a month old?
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know what her role was at that point, but she's super excited about track and field, which I like.
Well, Larry, you've been busy. You've had a few
Yes.
indoor meets, and I think yesterday you traveled yesterday, didn't you?
First outdoor meet, Fargo North.
At Fargo North, and we don't have time to talk about all the meets, but I'm sure you got some highlights that you want to talk about. Talk about the team a little bit and what you got coming up or coming back from last year, and
Yeah, absolutely.
some of those things. What do you got?
You know what's nice about track is we start, like our first official practice date was way back in February, if I chose to start then. But there was still a month of boys basketball left, and there was still 3 weeks of girls basketball left. So we wait till March, but once we get going, we have the indoor meets we can go to. So we had 3 indoor meets right away, and those are nice because you get the kids out there, they get a feel for what they can do, where they're at. And the girls were able to get started right away. The boys had to wait because they went to state in basketball. So they missed a couple of indoor meets. So some of the boys did. Some of the younger ones who weren't playing basketball went to the meet. But we had a really successful indoor season. You cannot qualify for a state track meet at an indoor meet. It has to be outdoors. But if we could have, we already had 9 or 10 state qualifying marks at indoor meets. And since I've been part of the Wahpeton track program, I don't recall having that many kids with that good of marks and times.
And dumb old Joe now, I think he's trying to think. Generally, your outdoor times are a little bit better even, aren't they? Don't they improve
Typically outdoors. You got, the indoor tracks are either 200 meter or 300 meters.
Right.
So lots of curves.
Yep.
And the kids aren't in very good shape yet. Or maybe they're coming in off like wrestling shape or basketball shape, but it's not the same as running shape. So I was really happy with how the kids performed indoors. And then we had our first outdoor meet yesterday, and we already have 6 events qualified for state after one outdoor meet.
That's awesome.
A big catalyst to our team this year. I mean, our girls team, we had a lot of talent coming back. We know we had Taylor Mount coming back. We had Elise Scovalt coming back. We have Claire Woods coming back. And those 3 right away. Scovalt vaulted. Her PR last year was 9.3 at the EDC meet, and then she went 9.6 at state. And she's already gone 9.6 this year. So she picked up right where she left off, qualified for state yesterday.
Yeah, sure she did. Yeah.
And Claire Woods in the shot put, she's already throwing better than she threw any time last year. She's already set personal best marks in the shot put. And her discus isn't far behind.
Yep.
She qualified for state to shot put last night. Taylor Mount, she qualified the 100-meter dash last year, and it was the end of the season, and she qualified yesterday already.
Wow.
And she just missed a 200 by like 0.05 of a second.
So that's coming.
Yeah, and she looks really good. And last year, I asked Taylor Mount to run the 4x4 a couple times, and it was like she was grimacing, and
I remember you talking about that on the
and
air too,
this year we have a good 4x4 team, and she wants to be a part of it. And she anchored last night. The girls won the 4x4 last night, and she held off a couple charging runners, and she ran like a 64.3. I think it's her best 400 split ever.
Yeah.
So she's stronger. She's more confident, looking really good.
Good.
And then part of that 4x4 though was this 7th grader that moved to town, this Summer Nagel.
Oh yeah.
And she's the real deal. I mean,
she's done well for you this spring.
Well, I got 3 junior high girls. Summer Nagel, she won the 200 to 400, and she took second in the 300 hurdles. All 3 were state qualifying times. And she's already run a 58-second 400.
Oh.
Indoors.
Indoors.
She ran a 58.3 last night, I think.
Anytime you can get under a minute for girls, that's pretty darn good.
I'm not sure if we've had a girl since I've been here that's gone under a minute indoors. Like Jada Fobb, Tyler Irwin have run sub-60s, but that's usually been outdoors on a really nice day. So to have someone do it indoors is just phenomenal.
Wow. A 7th grader.
7th grader. And her goal is to get qualified in both the hurdle events. And she's run the 60 hurdles at a couple indoor meets, and she's smooth as butter going over those hurdles. It's just.
And she's not very tall.
No, she's not large in stature at all.
Not lanky,
really fast turnover of her legs. And last night in the 200, I mean, she's just so smooth running down the track. But we got her paired up with another junior high kid, Addie Parker.
Oh, yeah.
And Addie matured really fast last year as a 7th grader in the track team. And this year, if you looked at her and watched her run and the way she acts at track meets, you'd think she's a sophomore or junior. So she's already run a state qualifying time in the 400 indoors. Addie has. So I got Summer, a 7th grader, running 58. Addie's already running 61. Wow. And she was going to try and qualify it yesterday, but she tried the 300-meter hurdles just for something different. And I think it took a little bit of just a little bit out of her legs.
Little juice out of it, yeah.
She still ran a 63 400 last night, tired, so she'll be all right. And she's run really good splits in our 4x4 relay. And then we've got to throw in one more 7th grader, Ashlyn Max.
Oh, yeah.
Another one of Watson's basketball players.
Yeah.
So, yeah, we got Parker, basketball player, and Max, basketball player. They feed into our program well. Watson, he's got a good feeder program. He's more track coach than he'll let on.
It's a good thing. I mean, every time he mentions a name, it's a basketball player. You know, Summer plays basketball. Yeah. She moved up after her junior high season. Yep. And then you got Ashlyn, and then Miss Parker. I mean,
and Taylor Monk.
And Taylor Monk, another basketball player. Claire, of course. So yeah, it's a good thing to have.
You got some speedsters on that team, so
yeah. So Addie Parker, Max, she finished 3rd last night in both the 800 and the mile, and her mile time, I was expecting around like a 5:50 or something. She ran a 5:40. She's only 10 seconds off of state qualifying.
Wow.
And she has no experience running it. So once she figures out a little more race strategy, she'll be in good shape. Also running fast for us, Hayden Matichek, another sprinter, ran her fastest time in the 100-meter dash last night, career best. So just a lot of good things happening with the girls' side of the program for this early in the season.
That's pretty good.
Another basketball player, Ella Langenwalter, is doing really well in the shot put and discus.
She's throwing in the throwers, yeah.
Yeah. So the girls' program is off to a good start.
That's good. How about the boys?
The boys, we lost 2 huge names in track and field to graduation, Drayton Mount and Jackson DeVries.
Yep.
So coming back, we had no seniors on the track team when the season started, but I picked up a couple more. Keep talking basketball here. We picked up Jack Gilbertson. We picked up Braden Steffens, who's a senior, never done track in his life. And those 2 boys went to their first indoor meet, their first track meet, and they went 1-2 in the long jump.
And that's something.
Which, I mean, they're all state football, they're all state basketball. Kind of joked with my wife. She said, how do you coach those guys? I said, they're just athletes.
Yep.
I said, I kind of tell them where to go, what to do, and then get out of the way and say good job when they're done.
Yeah, that's about it.
You watch them play basketball, and I mean, Braden, he jumps the opening tip, and Jack can just hang in the air.
Yep.
So those 2 boys are a huge asset. Caden Barth is back from last year. He was on our state qualifying relay teams, and he looks really good. He tried the 300 hurdles last night for the first time ever. Form is really sloppy, but he got 4th. His speed has really improved.
Okay.
And he's really aggressive, and he has a great attitude this year.
Yeah.
Carter Oswald is back from last year. We picked up Cooper Kumo. He decided to join track this year. Sophomore, another tremendous athlete. So when you have good athletes, you can find spots for them.
Yep.
I think Cooper placed 6th in the long jump last night.
And they're usually pretty good about accepting what you suggest, aren't they? I mean, I would think.
Well, I tried. I mean, you got guys like, I say, Gilbertson and Steffens and Kumo. I seen them on the basketball floor and the football field. I know what they can do, so it's like, all right, you guys are going to run the 4x1. You're going to long jump.
Yep.
And it's kind of a natural fit for them.
Yep.
I think I have 5 guys right now that long jumped over 18 feet, which is just phenomenal. And then Jack, he's the one that would have been our state qualifier if he could do it indoors. He jumped 21 feet 4 inches at the first indoor meet.
That's something. Never done it before.
And last night, Steffens won the long jump. Jack couldn't get his steps quite on the board yesterday. He still jumped pretty well, but Steffens popped one that I think was 19:11.
Okay.
So yeah, we got some good things happening. Isaac Anderson is he's solid in the throws for us, shot put and discus. And Elijah Robertson is another thrower that's really taken to Coach Kennedy's guidance, and he's already PR'd in his shots and disc over last year.
Okay.
So yeah, right now our boys team, we're kind of looking for a little leadership. We have all these good athletes, but they're all kind of new to track.
Yeah.
a lot of solid freshmen and sophomores. So we're just kind of looking to see where the boys fit in their places, where the girls have a lot of talent back from last year, and they're just trying to keep their momentum going. The boys are trying to build something up that they can call their own.
Yep, there you go. Yeah, when you send, and I appreciate the emails you send, by the way. I might not respond every time, but I do read them, and it's kind of fun to see what's going on with the two teams. So
yeah, no, it's been. I'm really happy with the start. And tomorrow we go to.
I was just going to say tomorrow. Now you got to go to Horace.
Yeah, so we had a meet yesterday, and then tomorrow we go to Horace, and it's just a 5 or 6 team meet. In fact, I just got the email when I was waiting in your green room for. Did they set up the heats and stuff? And I was just looking, and it should be a pretty fast moving meet.
Oh, okay.
And so I'm looking forward to that. Yesterday got to be kind of a long meet. There was, I think,
If
9
folks
or 10
do
teams.
want to go, what times runners or the throwers start early usually?
Oh, this track meet, everything starts at 3 o'clock.
Oh, is it? Oh, okay.
Yep.
Okay.
And it's just at Horace, which is basically North Wapaton, so it's just not too far away.
North Wapaton. And then your home meet's on the 30th, and again, Three Borders, we're going to try to do that one too as well.
Great.
So we'll be there for that. That's I think you're trying to have 2 home meets this year, is that right?
We're
Or is
going
it
to
just
have
the
3
one?
on our track. We have our OJ meet, and then we are also having a last chance meet.
Okay.
And then Breckenridge is having their Anderson Schuler
that's right.
relays on our track this year. As
Okay.
We're kind of waiting
They
for
did that last year too, I think.
Last couple years.
Yep.
Yep.
That's right.
Yep. So we're looking forward to that too.
All right. Awesome. Coach, you got anything there for Coach?
No, not really. Just take it easy on those basketball players.
Hey, they keep my team going.
I know.
I just kind of stay out of the way. And
I got them all in
Maybe
shape
it's his
and ready.
track team on your basketball team.
No, that's not what it is.
Huh?
That's not what it is. No. He's got a lot of pieces.
I'm the first to critique if he's not running and gunning and going fast. He's not utilizing his talent.
He's got a lot of pieces
I know.
from the basketball team.
And
so.
he's familiar with them too because he coaches junior high basketball.
Right.
correct?
But it just shows you, I mean, both boys and girls, the type of athletes that we have.
Yeah.
So for them to be able to just, like some of those boys, to be able to just naturally fall into the long jump pit, I just think that's just crazy. But it
That
just
is
shows you the talent that we have here. So it's
Very
nice.
much so.
Yep.
All right, Larry Lash, good luck tomorrow at Horace.
Thank you.
Larry Lash, head coach of the Huskies track, and we'll be right back with Michael McCall. He's the Cowgirls track coach, coming up next right here on Three Borders Sports.
Freedom to grow with the peace of mind of security and safety.
Let me do my thing. So get ready, get up, get ready, yeah.
America's Best Checking for Students from Bell Bank makes it easy to let them do their thing.
It's what it's all about.
Visit www.bell.bank/student-checking to learn more. Or stop into a branch near you to open an account today.
Let me do my thing.
Bell Bank, member FDIC.
Wapaton Deli and Eatery, serving delicious deli staples paired with great service and friendly staff. They use the best ingredients and provide a great atmosphere. If you have an office party or an at-home celebration, Wapaton Deli and Eatery can help with your next event. And now you can order online for in-store pickup. Check it out at wapatondeliandeatery.com or call 642-3639.
No matter the time of year, there's never a bad time to get your ride sparkling at All Seasons Car Wash. Your ride deserves to shine all year round. We'll see you at All Seasons Car Wash.
We offer the greatest broadband that anyone can subscribe to. And that's because of the infrastructure that we have been able to build over the last decade. You know, we're talking 10 gigabit per customer. That's the network we're building. There's days I think about what's the network going to be after I retire, where it continues to evolve. And if it evolves as much as what it has in the last 73 years, we can't even dream what it's going to be in the future.
Welcome Welcome back, everybody, to the Giants Coaches Show, and it's also brought to you in part by Red River Communications, internet with a human touch, and also Red River Communications, cable channel 28.
That was pretty good. I'll give you. That was pretty good. I'll give you a 10 on that one.
Okay. Well, it's tough when you can't hear everything in your
What do you need to hear? You don't need to hear everything.
Well,
When the sound goes away,
it's all about timing, Michael.
Yeah. I try to give you a compliment, and you. I try and give him a compliment, and he can't even use it.
I'm whining.
2020 should compliment his vision, not his hearing.
His vision, he can't see.
2020.
He can't see. He's still typing things out and then scanning it in and respond to an email. So I mean, I don't know. I mean, it is what it is. What?
Okay.
I mean, I know
Are you
I'm
done
right.
now?
I know I'm right. You got a prop for a phone. He really uses a flip phone, and
Yeah,
he tries
it
to walk around
just
with
looks
that
like a
thing.
new phone,
That thing doesn't even work. It's okay. Here we go.
Okay. Michael McCall, head coach of the Cowgirls track team. Thanks for putting up with him.
Yeah, no problem.
By the way. And also want to make sure I get you your Caribou coffee at the end. So if I
Yeah.
don't forget.
I'll try to remind you.
Yeah, so it's right here on my my glass of water. So we'll make sure we get that to you before we go. Michael, year number what for you?
5.
5.
Yeah.
Wow. Yeah. You just barely graduated, man.
Yeah. It's, it was, I guess, technically the first job I had in Breckenridge was they hired me to coach track. So
To coach track.
Yeah.
And your regular job, your daytime job is?
coaching social studies at the
Yep.
at the school. So
Yeah. So full-time employee over Breckenridge High School, and it just doesn't seem like it'd be 5 years. But anyway, congratulations on
thank you.
that. We kind of talked with Eric a little bit about the assistant coaches, so we'll kind of skip over that part of it. And the girls have had basically the same schedule as the boys. So you've been indoor a couple meets, and then yesterday you went to Perham. So you want to just kind of talk about the girls that you have and what you're expecting out of the team this year so far, and then maybe we'll get a little more specific about the Perham tournament or Perham meet yesterday.
Yeah, so I mean, our first indoor meet, we were short. A lot of girls, the basketball season had sort of gone on a fairly deep run. They made it to the section championship there, so a lot of them were taking their vacations and stuff, so that was all right. But it was sort of that second meet was sort of the first meet for us when we got the whole team together, and we're kind of in a similar situation as the boys. We have numbers way up. The boys have been kind of steadily climbing in numbers, and we had kind of been steadily declining. And then I think last year I had about 13 girls, and this year we're at about 30. So.
Oh wow, that's good.
So
I
it's
remember
been
last year you were a little bit low, and so that's good that you got
it's
the girls
been
coming back out.
a really good jump for
Good.
us there. So I just wanted to talk about some of those girls.
Yep.
Start with Elsie Lortzen. She's been with us, I think it's her 5th year. I think she came out her 8th grade year. She's 2-time section qualifier in the discus. She throws shot and disc for us. She took 2nd place yesterday with a throw over 98 feet, which is just, I think, 4 feet short of her PR. So
that's coming.
Starting right where she left off. Couple big ones to mention. Parker Yeage's coming back this year.
Oh, okay.
She's going to be running the relays for us. She's going to be throwing some shots. She might be trying some discus. She's going to be sort of doing it all for us. Emily Gowan, also back for us this year.
Yes,
She had an injury last year that I think she did golf instead.
I think you're right.
A little easier
Yep,
on the
I
knee.
think
I
you're
think you
right,
guys were talking about that with Landon
earlier.
So she'll be doing some relays, some open events, 100, 200. She, her 8th grade year, she did a little high jump, and she's been kind of itching to get back into that.
Oh,
so
really?
maybe she'll try a little high jump. Just a few more seniors we have. Maddie Byer throws shot and discus for us. Mara Oliphant and Allie Bommersbach, they sprint, occasional relays, stuff like that. And then Miley Bruce, it's her first year coming out this year, so she's trying new things. She's been doing long jump, sprints, stuff like that. So we have a pretty good group of seniors. Last year, we had no seniors on the
Was
on the
that
squad,
pretty much
so.
your senior list there?
Yep, that's all
it?
the seniors there.
Okay, awesome.
So last year we went from 0 seniors to 7. So it was a pretty good jump. There's some good leadership there. So that's good to see.
You can say that again. You got some good leadership there, plus some pretty darn good athletes too. So
Parker Yeagy too. I think she took 3rd in the indoor meet in the shot put. So they're all we're going to be pretty field event heavy. I think between Elsie and Parker and Mariah Coltis, who was the next one I had to mention.
Okay.
So Two-time state qualifying high
I
jumper.
was just going to say
Yep.
she's state qualified high jump last
Yep.
year.
So she's a junior this year, so she went her freshman and sophomore year. She set the school record last year, jumping 5 foot 5 inches, and she's closing in on 200 career points. She's 0.5 points away. So as long as she places at tomorrow, she'll pass that mark. She took second place yesterday.
Okay.
She took first place at the at one of the Concordia meets, and then she was one of those that wasn't able to make it to the first one. Talking about someone who placed in Concordia, Sienna Fobb.
Oh,
Sienna Fobb coming over from Wahpeton. She's been doing a little bit of sprinting, a little bit of throwing. So she took, I think, 7th place in the shot put indoors. And yesterday, first time throwing a discus, I think, in a few years. Just threw it 80 feet. So not much practice. I don't think she threw it once in practice. So
Oh, really?
she just kind of stepped up there and threw it, and it looked pretty good. So, and then just one more to mention, Tessa Snyder. She's a sophomore. She qualified for the 300-meter hurdles last year for sections, qualified for sections in that. So she's coming back. She ran it for the first time yesterday, just a few seconds shy of her PR, but it was a cold day yesterday. Haven't had a ton of time to run outside.
It wasn't as nice as today, that's for sure. But
No, and tomorrow is going to be nice, but it sounds like it's going to be really windy.
no, I forgot all of a sudden here too, and I don't have my notes in front of me. Where are you going tomorrow again?
Fergus Falls.
Fergus, yeah, that's
Yeah.
right. Yep. So, the thing that intrigues me when you were going through the list of girls there, of course, Parker's back, but Emily Gowan there, you mentioned that she did the high jump back in 8th grade?
Yeah.
That
It was a while
surprises
ago,
me.
yeah.
In a way, that surprises me.
Yeah, I think her PR
for
was
her.
like 4.4. I think was her PR,
Okay.
but so I think she's determined to try to beat that.
Get over 5
Yeah.
feet at least.
Wow.
I'm sure.
But yeah, we'll see. We'll see
They're
where
all
that goes.
competitors too. Every
Oh,
girl
yeah.
that you mentioned there, they're
Oh,
all
yeah.
competitors.
They oh yeah.
Yeah. So it's
we're super excited to have some of these girls back and have some of these girls come out for the first time, and we had a lot of 8th graders come out this year. That's where a lot of those new girls came from. So
Okay.
we're excited to see. They haven't had a junior high meet yet. Supposed to have one on Friday, but the weather's not looking too
No,
good
that
there.
doesn't
So
look good, yeah.
might have to wait till Monday, but it'll be interesting to see what some of those girls can do and how they can help the team maybe this year or even in the future. So
kind of interesting, Brian. Help me remember here through the show, but somebody else said they had a lot of 8th graders. I think Eric had some 8th graders too, didn't he come out? And
he had
but
he's a lot of 7th graders.
yeah,
He has a lot of
It's
7th
just, it seems like a lot of the teams, kind of regardless of what sport, but specifically in track here, you've had a lot of junior hires that are
Yeah.
doing well.
Yeah.
I mean, we have some junior hires that are doing well for our basketball program. But it feels like there's just a wave of really good athletes at the junior high level right
On
now.
both sides of the river.
On both sides of the river. And we just happen to be, two schools where if you are a good junior high athlete, depending on the sport, you get an opportunity to compete at the varsity level. So it's a unique opportunity. Not every kid's built for it, but it's nice to see that we have some kids in on both sides of the river that are taking advantage of it. So
And I think track's a good place for that. I mean, Parker Yagi,
absolutely.
since a 7th grader, has been. I mean, she went to state as a 7th grader in the 4x2 relay. So, track's a place where you can take some of those girls and they can really help your team from 7th grade till they're a senior. So.
Right, and all. What am I trying to say here? All physical capabilities, I guess, fit in well for track too. I mean, you've got your throwers, you've got your sprinters, you've got your long distance people, and you go through that list, and I know most of those girls, and it's like it makes sense.
Yep.
It really does for those girls on track. So, all right. So tomorrow we go to Fergus.
Fergus Falls, yeah.
Yep. Do you know how many teams are going to be there?
It's a little bit of a smaller meet, and
okay.
teams-wise, I think it's 8 or 9 teams.
Okay.
There's a couple bigger teams, Fergus Falls, Perm, that are going to be there. But I was just looking at the entries, before I came here, and it's, yesterday was about 80 girls in the 200. Tomorrow's going to be closer to like 50.
Yeah, you were saying that off air. There was 80 girls, and I think Eric said 72 boys in the 200, and it's like,
So-
holy snap, that takes.
It's going to go a little bit quicker than yesterday, I think. So
All right.
that'll be nice.
All right, BW, got anything else for Michael?
no, I mean he kind of covered it. I was going to ask about those young kids, and then I never think about points in track. We always think about points in basketball or whatever, but for Mariah to be, creeping up on 200 points in track. I think that's
a
kind of
milestone,
unique
yeah.
and a cool milestone. So
in Breckenridge, we have like a 200-point club.
Mhm.
So there's a record board that's hanging in the school somewhere that has everyone who's reached that milestone of 200 points, and we actually have between the boys and the girls we have a handful. Emily's 14 points away.
Okay.
Mariah's 0.5. Troy Burnt, who Eric mentioned earlier, he's 2.75 away.
Wow.
David's 10 away. So we should see
a lot of
4 kids
milestones.
hitting that 200-point mark.
That's cool.
That's
this
pretty
year,
cool.
so.
Cool milestones. We basketball we talk about 1,000 points or whatever, but I think that's
That is
neat.
cool.
Yeah, very cool.
Very cool. All right, Michael McCall, thank you very much.
Thank you.
We're going to meet in 2 weeks again. Oh, hey,
Gotta get that one.
See,
There
you
we go.
reminded me. How about that? Caribou Travel Center, or the Southern Valley Travel Center, they got Caribou
I'm
coffee
telling
out
you,
there.
we need a teleprompter.
Yards, you going to do the cue card for me?
Yeah, you can do the classic.
Gelman. You give me Gelman.
Gelman. Yeah.
Gelman.
Southern Valley Travel Center, Caribou Coffee for Michael. Every
Perfect.
coach has gotten it so far, but I just keep forgetting to plug it at the end here.
Perfect. Thank you.
Thanks for reminding me.
Yep.
Michael McCall, we'll see you in 2 weeks, buddy.
All right.
All right, next up is Jake Dodge. We're going to talk some softball coming up next here on Three Borders Sports Network.
Life is full of choices, big and small. They define us, make us who we are. And when it comes time for you to choose a car, home, your next big adventure, or start a new business, Farmers Union Insurance has the variety of coverage options to protect each perfect moment. Farmers Union Insurance. Contact your local Farmers Union Insurance agent today.
Farmers, be ready this planting season by contacting Yield Advantage for all your seed and planting equipment needs. They carry high-quality products from Precision Planting, Intelligent Ag, Copperhead Ag, Outback Wraps, Ware Parts LLC, Midwest Seed Genetics, and more. Yield Advantage can help your planter from basic service parts to liquid fertilizer setups. All of the latest technology and often significantly less than buying a new planter. Be ready to hit the field by contacting Yield Advantage, 218-517-7878, or online at yield-advantage.com.
Do you experience pain, tingling, numbness, freezing, or burning in the hands and feet? Does your balance feel off? Tired of sleepless nights? You may suffer from neuropathy. Dr. Andrea may be able to help. Neuropathy is a serious disease where nerves begin to break down, leading to balance problems and other complications. Our program addresses the causes, not just the symptoms. See if you qualify for our neuropathy program at Hornstein Family Chiropractic. Schedule a consult with Dr. Andrea at Hornstein Family Chiropractic, 701-672-1300. Hornstein Family Chiropractic, where chiropractic care is a family affair.
Welcome back, everybody. to the
Why you gotta
Giants-
make it weird?
Giants Coaches Show, and it's all presented to you by Red River Communications, Cable Channel 28.
Why you gotta make it weird?
Why? Because I can't cross my legs?
I mean, I don't care about that. I mean, you got to make a face, and I mean, just wait for the music,
Oh.
and then just natural, just roll into it. Then you can
Okay.
even talk to him.
Do I look like David Muir or Dana Mock or anybody like that?
No, you
Oh,
just
okay.
you just make it weird. But I mean, you do a great one time, and then now we got to go backwards. I'm just saying.
Okay.
I mean, you're learning. You're
I did
getting
s-
there. You're
I
getting
actually
there.
did something good once.
Yeah, I know.
All right.
I mean, let's
talk to Jake Dodge.
Let's try and repeat it.
Then we'll wrap it up when we're done.
I mean, we told him to be here. What 8:30?
8:45.
8:45
Yeah.
or 9:00 already.
And he said he was following Larry, so he's going to be here at 9. Well, he showed up early, and we got.
He did
Larry
show
didn't
up
take
early.
the full half hour.
We appreciate him showing up early. So he was well.
Jake Dodge, head coach of the BW Storm softball team. Let's move on.
He was well entertained in the green room.
Yeah, I'm sure
so.
Chad and Gelman kept him entertained.
Gelman.
Yeah.
Oh boy.
We got a new name for him though. All right, Jake Dodge, welcome aboard. And thanks for coming back for the spring session of our coaches show, and appreciate you coming in. And again, I sound like a broken record, but it's been tough getting outside for the girls.
Yeah, it has. We got into week 5 or 6 here, and a lot of time inside or not on the field, and there's only so much you can do every practice without having a game under your belt to make some changes. But they did a good job, and they worked hard every day. And we had our first 2 games yesterday, so it was something to work on now.
Before we get to those 2 games, you got any assistant coaches you want to talk about? We'll mention those first.
Yeah, we
before
got Mark Lull. He's my JV coach, and then
He's
Kaylee.
been there for how many years? Has he been there?
Mark's been with me 5 years now.
Has it been that long?
Yeah, 4 or 5 years. Yeah.
Wow.
Yep.
Time flies. Okay, go on.
And then Kaylee Harbison.
Okay.
Yep. She's from Breckenridge over there, so.
Handling the JV side more.
She's with me on the. Mark's my JV coach, and then
okay.
she's my assistant varsity.
That's what it is. Okay.
Yep. She does a nice job with my outfielders, and
okay.
She works well with the girls there, so
Okay.
it's nice
And
to have her.
This is year number what for you?
Ooh, I think it's 5th varsity,
Okay.
6 overall. I did JV for a year.
You were with Margaret for a year. Did Margaret coach when you were JV?
No, I think so. Yeah,
Okay.
maybe. I can't remember.
I can't remember either. But
yeah, a while ago.
Well, 5th year as varsity coach.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
All right. So year number 5 and steady improvements here for the BW Storm, and just talk about the team in general, and then we'll talk about the Holly game that you had yesterday, the doubleheader, and just about the team in general. And you got some seniors coming back, Addie, of course, and Claire, and Marley, and you got.
Yeah, so our seniors, my 3 captains,
group.
Addie, Claire, and then we got Adriana Bozen, we call her Al.
Okay.
She's on the Breck side there, and all those
Call
girls.
her Al?
We call her Al because she's cousins with Aubrey Bozen.
Okay, so that's good to know.
Yeah.
For me.
Yeah.
The reason I say that is because I always say, somebody told me it was Audrey, and it's like, well, that doesn't look
Adriana,
like Audrey.
yeah.
Is it?
Yeah.
But you call her Al?
We call her Al.
Can I call her Al?
Oh, yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
I'm going to call her
Yeah,
Al on
she
the sport.
prefers that.
Did you catch that, B-Dub, on her sport cat?
Is this going to turn into a Paul Simon song?
What?
Call me Al. I got it.
He got it. I mean, I'm just saying.
So.
He got it.
Yeah.
Okay, it's over my head.
And those 3 have been with me since they were 12 years old. So it's fun to watch them come up through the program and stick with it. And life happens, but they've made it a commitment to be part of that. Really good leadership there. Obviously, a lot of experience on varsity, and just our conference is tough, and
always.
They know how to work through each game and help their teammates out. So it's been nice to have that leadership.
Okay, that's awesome. And then when I mentioned Marley, I was thinking she was a senior, but she's just a junior, isn't she?
Yep. Marley does 99.9% of our pitching.
Yeah.
So last year, as a sophomore, she took on that role once Mia graduated there.
Yep.
And now this year, like last night at Holly, she pitched all 14 innings, did a really good job, and you really see her maturity this year with just learning the game, what to throw when, depending on the batter and pitch, and having Addie back there calling pitches, just a really good team.
Does she? Do you help call the pitches, or Addie does it all?
I don't. Not with Addie. Addie's experience over the last couple of years with spring ball, but then travel ball in the cities.
Too,
that she's played. She gets it from watching the batters to the situation on bases. We'll talk between innings, but I think I called 3 pitches out of 14 innings last night.
Okay. Does she get to, as a catcher, does she get to pick off people if she wants to?
Yep.
I mean, try and get somebody getting a little too far off base. That's her call.
Yep. So we have signs for that, just so the girls are ready.
Sure. Yep.
And she did have a girl picked off first, but the umpires missed it. And
they don't miss nothing.
Well,
Come on, Coach.
I know, but the Holly first base coach, said she was out.
Yeah.
Girl didn't get her hand in, and the ump was behind second base, couldn't see it, type of thing.
Sure.
So yeah, Addie has permission to throw behind runners whenever she wants. It's just finding the right time in the game to do it.
Yeah. So. All right, so let's talk a little bit about the Holly game first, and I think the first one was a tough 3-2 loss.
Yeah. Yeah, it was. At Holly.
And they were what, runner-up last year?
Yeah, they were runner-up, and they had 8 of their 9 starters back.
Wow.
And our girls going into it, they knew it was going to be a tough game, and I'll say this, Marley and Addie, played their positions last year. The rest of my infielders all played different positions last year. So Colin was outfield, she's playing third. Ava was third, she's playing short. I got Brielle Kelson and Tenley at second, who haven't played varsity.
Okay.
Al was at second, she's playing first.
All right.
And then my outfield with Claire, Skyly, and Aubrey, they played there last year. So, we had a lot of change and learning different positions, and our defense the first game was phenomenal.
Yeah, you were spot on there. It looked like 3-2. I mean, yeah, it's a 1-run game, but you didn't, you only gave up 3 runs, so there couldn't have been a lot of errors or nothing.
No, Marley hit her spots.
Yeah.
Girls made plays. It was 3-0 top of the 7th, we got a couple girls on for Addie. Addie hit a single, made it 3-2, and then that's how it ended. But you know, I couldn't really ask for more. I mean, just small things, you know, but those are things we can work on.
But it's a state runner-up, and you're that close to them. So I mean, and you're in the same section. You're in Section 2A, Section 8 with them. So I guess if we look long-term, and I know you guys as coaches, when I look at Brian too as well, you don't like looking ahead, but announcer guys do. It's like, okay, if they repeat or go back and try to repeat, and we meet them in the championship section game, we can beat them.
Yep, they're right there. You know, you got DGF and Holly that have placed 4th or better in state over the last 4 years.
Too, yeah.
So, you know, DGF and Holly go back and forth. We're right there, you know, if we play up to our potential. So, yeah, it's a tough section, and I don't think it gets enough credit just because it's distance away from the cities. You know, but we got a lot of good teams in the Heart of Lakes that make it very competitive.
And speaking of DGF, you got them coming up on April 21st, so you're hitting the gambit right away.
Yep.
Wow.
Yeah, a lot of games, you know, scrunched together there.
Yeah, it's trying to get some things in. I know, I believe KBMW is supposed to have your game. You're playing Barnesville tomorrow.
Yeah,
you're
we're at Barnesville. Yep.
I think KBMW is doing most of the April games, and then we're doing most of the May games. I think is the way it worked out on our schedules.
Yep.
So we'll be there for most of the May games. But anyway, the second game went 7-3, a little different outcome there. But
yeah, and it was a lot closer than the score. They had 4 runs that they shouldn't have got. We had a couple errors, and we talked with the girls a lot about consistency. And when you're playing those higher level teams, those little mistakes, you know, are big changes in the game, and that's what happened. We have people playing new positions, and things happen fast in certain moments. And if you haven't had chances to practice or just anticipate, you know, sometimes it doesn't go as planned. But really proud of them, and you know, for the way to start the year against Holly, it's a really good start.
And you got Barnesville coming up next, like we said, tomorrow at Barnesville. Then an interesting one to me, you're going up to Moorhead, and I understand they've got a brand new field there that they're pretty proud of. And that one kind of got canceled a few times.
And it did again.
Did it?
So Friday we don't play. We're not at Moorhead.
Oh, you're not? Okay.
No, that sounds like they might be coming down here in May. So we had a lot of games shift and then shift again due to various reasons for other school activities as well. So yeah, we would have liked to go up to Moorhead on their new turf field, but it may not happen.
Okay. And then Monday, I believe you got Minnewaska here.
Yep.
That was added to the schedule, correct?
Yeah, Minnewaska here. Yep. And we haven't played them for a number of years, but they're a very competitive team, so it'll be a good matchup. Nice to play someone new outside of our conference that we haven't seen before. So.
Yeah, I bet that'd be fun. Yeah.
Yep.
I just hopefully the weather holds for you and things go well. So how's the field looking over there?
We're getting there.
Getting there.
Yep. Chad's got some work to do. But
Chad, you got some work to do over in Breckenridge there for the girls.
You saw the pictures.
You didn't show me no pictures.
Yeah, I didn't.
You showed Watson. Anyway, you'll get it ready. I know you will.
Yeah.
B-Dub, you got anything for Coach?
No, I had a question, but you guys started talking, and now I can't even remember what it was now. So
I think other girl. I mean, you got Addie, right? She hit a home run.
Oh, yeah, she had a home run. We didn't mention that. It was in my head, but I hadn't mentioned it yet.
Aubrey Bozen had 3 hits.
Wow.
Last night, and what we're seeing is like they intentionally walked Addie a couple times last night.
Oh, did they?
So talking to Colin, how it's before Addie and Aubrey, it's like you guys got to hit the ball if we're going to expect teams to pitch to Addie.
Yeah, you're going to have to.
And they did. Colin had 2 hits. Aubrey had 3, and it just changes things, for the dynamic of the game there, and it allows us to get some runners on and move them around. So the girls did a good job, and a fun game.
I had seen that Addie hit a home run, and I had it in my head. I wanted to mention it, and I gapped out, so I apologize.
Yeah, she had warning track power last year. She had 16 doubles, couldn't get one out, and this year we've been working on that swing a little more. So, but the rest of the girls done a great job, and they're playing at a high level already. So it's just that consistency as we move through the season.
It's going to be fun to watch.
I did have a question.
Yep, go ahead.
My question is in regards to pitching.
All right.
How many different pitches does a good pitcher throw?
Yeah, so like this girl, it's Ellie Hastings. She had 3 last night.
Okay.
Like she has fastball, obviously. She has a good rise ball and then a changeup.
Okay.
So, and in our conference, most of the girls have 2 pretty good pitches they throw.
Yeah.
Ellie Hastings, she's an all-state pitcher. You know, she plays travel ball just like Addie does in the summer. So, you know, those girls like her that can hit her spots and have 2 or 3 pitches, it's really challenging, and it totally changed the game. DGF girl will have 3 as well.
Okay,
the rest
now-
of the conference, usually 2.
Now I got a dumb question. Okay. Can a softball player put curve on the ball? Can they throw
Yes.
a curveball?
Yep.
They can.
That's what remember Mia?
Yeah.
Yep, that was her pitch
Okay.
95% of the time.
Really?
Yep.
And screwball too.
Yep.
Right? They can do
Really?
screwball too.
Screwball,
Okay.
curveball, rise, drop. Yep.
Change.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yep, they can.
Now
They
you-
got it all going.
Now you're gonna keep me going.
Yeah.
Harder for a let's say we took a baseball player and put them against a girl in a circle.
Mm-hmm.
Can they hit that?
It depends at what level. You know, like they've had like Albert Pujols,
Yep.
Mike Piazza, all those guys hit against Jenny
Jenny Finch, yep.
They couldn't touch her.
Can't touch her.
That's crazy.
So it's
dude.
the reaction time at 43 feet.
Yeah.
You know, at a professional level for softball is faster than baseball.
Yeah.
You know, I think what gets to baseball guys is, you know, the release point, right? They're used to looking up here, and now you're looking down here, and the ball a lot of the time is coming up with off a mound. You got that angle coming down.
Yep.
So you know, there's some differences there, but
Just the timing thing.
yeah, I mean they're 43 feet away. By the time they release it, most of those girls are 35 to 38 feet away.
Talking Jenny Finch has got what, a 6'4" frame to begin with,
Right.
or whatever.
Right. We might do some stuff.
Well, okay,
I got some ideas.
Yeah, the Tennessee pitcher, I don't know if you heard, she threw 79 last year.
Wow.
Okay, so all right.
79.2 from 43 feet away. She's 6'1". So by the time she releases that ball, she's 36 feet away.
So she's throwing 79. What's a high schooler throwing?
So
a good high schooler.
Like
What's a good high schooler?
like Division I?
Yeah. What's a good? Well, I mean, we know that's 79, but what's a good high school pitcher throwing?
So if you got a girl who's going to go D3, she's probably throwing high 50s.
Okay.
D2 pitchers, low 60s. Addie's teammate this fall on Midwest Speed, she's full ride SDSU. Lily Berry, she throws 65.
Okay.
So if you're going D1, most of those girls are throwing 65 to 70.
60s, huh?
We might have to do some stuff.
I don't know where your wheels are turning.
But come on now. We might have to take some boys over to the circle and see what happens.
Yeah.
We might have to do that. That would be fun. Yeah.
I think it'd be fun.
I think
it'd make a good show.
We might have to do something like that. That would be fun.
Yeah, I mean it's different, right? I mean people step in there, they think big yellow ball,
Right,
and,
right,
You know, a girl
right.
throwing it underhand,
Right.
and the reaction time is totally different.
Yeah.
So.
I'm down for that. So we'll see. We'll see. It might be. Listen to me.
I'm waiting.
It might be.
My wheels are turning.
Not that I want to, but it could be a trade out for the whiteboard.
Really?
Not really.
Not you think so. Travel Center out there on the north side of Waupun, and we're going to give you a Caribou coffee, Jake.
Oh, thank you.
Stop and get a free coffee off Emily out there, and tell them hi.
I will do.
They'd like to see you out there.
All right.
All right. Jake Dodge, head coach of the BW Storm softball squad, and tomorrow you're traveling to Barnesville, and then on Monday you're going to be back home against Minnewaska. Is that one game?
Yep.
That's one game.
One game, 5 o'clock start.
I think I got to look at our schedule on that one, I think. But anyway, Jake Dodge, thanks for joining us. We'll be right back. We'll wrap this up with B-Dub and myself, and maybe even old Chad will stop by. We'll be right back.
The folks at Tyler Farm Supply understand that farming is hard work, and that's why they only offer durable and reliable short-line farm equipment that you can depend on. Whether you're a small-scale farmer or manage a large operation, they have the tools that you need to get the job done quickly and efficiently. Plus, with their competitive pricing and financing options, Tyler Farm Supply makes it easy for you to get the equipment you need without breaking the bank. Give them a call today, 701-642-8827.
When challenging conditions arise, we don't back down. we up our game. We outpace the competition. Keep you ahead of adversity. We keep you equipped and bring you solutions that hit close to home. Channel leads the field so you can rise above. See how at channel.com/rise.
Make OSPTI your choice for outpatient rehabilitation and sports injuries with locations in Fergus Falls, Breckenridge, and Hankinson. Orthopedic and sports physical therapy is the right choice for your recovery. Live your best life. Trust the experts at OSPTI.
Fast turnaround, cute designs, and so many options. It's totally made for you. Comfy Vibes Co. Fast, trendy, custom, yours. Check us out at comfyvibesco.com.
For 75 years, Corner Drug has been your trusted Health Mart pharmacy in Wapaton. As the prescription specialist, we're dedicated to your health. We provide immunizations to keep you safe, along with health pack compliance packaging for easy medication management. Plus, our medication synchronization ensures all your prescriptions are ready when you need them. Experience personalized care and expertise at Corner Drug, where your health is our priority.
Insurance is an important safety net for your family, your home, and your business. Carlson Family Insurance Agency is your local auto owner's insurance provider. At Carlson Family Insurance, they work for their clients, not the companies. Customer service and satisfaction is their #1 goal. Give Carlson Family Insurance a call for all of your personal, farm, business, and crop insurance needs. 701-672-6002 or at cfiagency.com. Carlson Family Insurance, your auto owner's insurance agent.
A few years ago, my hip was getting to the point where it was affecting my life. When I met you in the office, you listened to what I had to say.
My goal is to teach patients about their diagnosis, explain the treatment options so that they can make the decision that is best for them. And then I want to get to know them, know their symptoms, and know how their symptoms are affecting their quality of life. Because we don't just treat what an x-ray tells us, we treat their symptoms.
I was so impressed with Dr. Lindemeyer that now Essentia is my first choice.
Hey there! So we have 30 seconds to tell you why you should be a member of FCCU.
First Community Credit Union is member-owned.
But aren't all financials member-owned?
Nope, they're not.
Many have stockholders that drive decisions.
As a credit union, we put our members first.
As a matter of fact,
that means all the money that we make,
cha-ching,
gets reinvested back to you, our member owners.
So come see why.
Life is better with community at First Community Credit Union.
Comdell Innovation is now hiring production technicians for a variety of shifts with opportunities to make $20 or more per hour. Work in a clean, climate-controlled facility. Second shift, 4 10-hour days, every weekend off, 3:30 p.m. to 2 a.m., and 4-crew rotation, straight days, 7 a.m. to 7 p.m., or straight nights, 7 p.m. to 7 a.m. Apply in person or online at ComdellInnovation.com. Comdell Innovation of Wapaton, an employee-owned company.
Every business begins with an idea. With dedication, hard work, and high-speed broadband, that idea can grow into something giant. The member organizations that form BAND are proud to support North Dakota businesses every step of the way, from the soil to the stadium. The Broadband Association of North Dakota, helping North Dakotans grow bright ideas into big business.
Chad, don't egg him on.
I know, sorry.
I don't understand why would you do that? Don't egg him on.
I said we don't need one.
We don't. We can't cover it with insurance. It's too much of a liability.
Yeah.
It's too much of a liability.
Poor Mike.
He's a Hall of Famer. Who cares?
Well, yeah, that's why he deserves it.
No, he doesn't.
He likes watching the sidelines.
Right.
Yeah,
if you're gonna be on the sidelines, you gotta be in the trenches.
Yeah.
There's times where you gotta hustle to a spot. You can't be on a 2-mile-an-hour scooter.
Welcome, everybody, to the Giants Coaches Show. And it's also brought to you in part by Red River Communications. Got to get the plugs in. And folks, we do not have a Tondale Innovation Play of the Week this week because we haven't covered it. So
If we'd have been smart, we would have had it.
Right?
If we'd have been smart, we would have had it. We would have. The wheels are turning now. Well, you know, I got to turn the music down. I turn the music. I always forget to turn the music down.
Yeah, you don't have the headphones on.
I know. I could hear it going and behind me, but it is what it is. So
Well,
usually,
Gelman should have let you know.
he's not doing anything back there. He can't hear it back there. He's
Well, he
just
shut the
sitting. Look at
TV
him. He
off.
turned the TV off.
Turn the TV
just
off,
sitting
yes.
back there,
Playing on his phone.
telling people what to do, playing on his phone,
Playing his
eating all the chips.
And the candy. Is there any Easter? I got Easter candy for 50%.
That's all gone. I filled up
Is
the
it already
whole
gone?
the football thing right there. People can see it, and now it's gone. That thing was overflowing.
Yeah,
like
it was.
things are falling onto the
started the
table,
night,
and
yeah.
now like there's. I think there's like 3 things left in
I
there.
got keys in my pocket.
It's like 3 things left in there.
So what's it been like getting the fields ready?
Tough. Or
Right,
not,
so-
I shouldn't say tough.
What do
So
you
the
mean tough?
softball diamond is given some issues.
The softball diamond brick is the most issue. Everything else, the
Breck
other,
baseball diamond's in good shape.
yep.
The Cowboy Field.
JV fields, both
And-
JV, softball, baseball are in good shape too.
And John
John
Randall
Randall's in
is
good shape.
playable, so
Airport's always dry, so that's good too.
we're
So
good to go.
So
Yeah,
we can
and I'll-
blame you for the games not being played or what?
well, no.
You're in charge of all the fields.
Field wise, we were ready to play. It was the weather. It was the weather that was tough.
Oh, you can blame the weather.
Yeah, and softball. I got a plan for the softball field, so we'll be playing Monday.
You didn't show me any pictures.
I didn't.
No.
You
Yards,
said-
he's busy getting race cars ready for the summer.
Yeah.
Rubbin's racing. Yeah.
Gelman's going to be Gelman Racing.
Don't put ideas in his head. Don't put ideas in. I do want to get you with a bat in your hand on the softball field, though.
No, well, I would do that
Yeah.
for a bet. You and I.
What do you mean, me and you and me? I play basketball.
He wouldn't be able to touch a softball.
You don't think so?
No.
Absolutely could.
Here's the thing. No, listen, Chad. Listen.
Yeah, I ain't gonna do it the first swing.
Listen. What if we do, and I actually get a hit
That's
before
what I'm
him?
saying.
Huh?
Yeah.
Huh?
No, Joe.
Huh?
With Joe pitching.
No. Both off the same pitcher.
Right.
Well, that's an idea too. I could pitch
Off
from
the
the
same-
mound.
You can pitch from the mountain. No curveballs, though.
Oh, now we got stipulations.
Well, you said straight ball when you were trying to hit a
Okay,
softball.
now if we were
I
going to
mean,
play horse, would you want me to shoot 3-pointers?
Sure.
Would you want me to dunk?
No.
See? All right then.
Could you still dunk?
Oh, absolutely.
No,
cannot.
Chad. I'm not even going to try. I ain't going to front.
You can.
Yeah, no.
No.
He'd have to use
No.
He'd have to use a little assistance, but he could get up there.
Little tramp, so could I.
If I could use a tramp, then yeah, okay.
He just
But-
said dunk. He didn't say how he got
yeah,
up there.
Yeah. I'm just saying. I mean, I just think it would be interesting. We could see what would happen.
Going back to the field, though, Joe.
Yes.
They did some outfield work at Breck.
Oh yeah, I remember seeing the dirt out there.
Yeah, so where the drain tile is, there's a couple of those are all dirt. They've been seeded, and then there's a spot in left field too. So that's why we hope
Yeah, it
for
kinda
no precip, because if it gets precip, then it gets a little tacky and sticky.
Sure.
Is this supposed to, like, how much? What's it supposed to do on Friday?
Cold.
Just gonna be
Just
cold.
cold.
I heard just more cold than
38.
anything else. Yeah.
38 for a high.
But 30, 38, 39 to 3 days, all weekend.
70 today.
I know.
And
80
tomorrow it's supposed to be
80 tomorrow.
Oh,
Yeah, upper
pretty much
70s.
close.
Stop it.
Yeah,
Stop.
upper 70s
Stop.
tomorrow.
This is dumb.
There we go.
Why do we live here?
Down. Now we're back in the 60s next week.
It doesn't matter because on Friday, I'm going to be in, like, hopefully 90-degree weather. I don't know what's supposed to be.
Oh, you leave
Business.
Friday, not Saturday.
I'm leaving Friday, yeah.
Business.
On business, yeah.
Okay.
I'm leaving Friday.
All right. Okay.
I was
What else we got going?
told. I was told I had to go.
So we're going to cover the
So-
Wahpeton Red River game tomorrow.
saying.
That was supposed to be Friday.
That
was
was
that, was
supposed
that
to be
supposed to be
Friday.
Friday and got moved up because of the
It
weather?
was supposed to be Friday, yes.
Yeah, it was supposed to be Friday.
Yes.
So it got moved up to tomorrow.
Everybody's trying to move their stuff
Because
up
of the weather. I get it.
because
It's
of the
cold.
weather,
Yep.
and that was the issue with trying to verify whether or not it was going to be moved because everybody's trying to move their stuff up, trying to get umpires, all this stuff.
Umpires is a
so,
big thing, yeah.
so yeah.
The Breck Baseball Smoker, we'll give them a plug. That's on Saturday.
At? It got moved. It's not a
Casey's.
Grumpy's. It's Casey's.
It's at Casey's, right?
Yep.
Was it Casey? Yeah.
No, it was at Grumpy's before.
Grumpy's before.
Yeah, Grumpy's before.
You
Then
can
on
sing.
Monday,
Joe, did you see the end of it? What's at the end of the smoker? You can actually go over there and sing if you want. You got karaoke going on.
Go ahead. Go ahead.
Not me. You don't want
If
me
he's
singing.
gonna come on now, if he's gonna sing, we might have to go
Does
over
he
there
have
and
a better
broadcast.
Is he a better singer or can he make? See, I don't know.
I think
The
he's
only
gonna
one
get
I can
struck
sing
out.
would be Happy Trails.
You can sing whatever song you want to, Joe.
Happy Trails.
Happy Trails.
Wow.
He ain't gonna.
What about tequila?
Well, anybody.
one word.
Anybody can do that, Yard.
Well, we know he's not gonna be singing any Paul Simon songs. We know that.
Who? Simon Garfunkel. That's all I know. But there's a busy week next week, and he's gone.
He's gone all next week?
Yes. So you
Chad.
tell me that's all work.
Chad, here's the thing.
He leaves Friday,
Here's
comes
the
back
thing.
the next Sunday.
Here's the thing.
Oh boy.
Here's the thing. He's got to learn how to survive when I'm not around. You know what I'm saying? I'll have everything set up.
Everybody ready.
All he has to do is roll up there and turn stuff on. That's all he has to do. Everything will be ready to go. And then if something doesn't go right, I know he'll call me, and then I'll have to work my
Put the
magic.
golf clubs
Did you find a
down
spot
for a
for
minute.
you find a spot for your camera today?
I'll have to work my magic.
I did.
So
You'll have everything ready.
We should have a center field camera tomorrow, by the way. I think we can make it work.
I would hope so.
No, I didn't know what we had out there for a stand or whatever, but there's something out there we can make it work. So, long story short.
Make it work.
Let's wrap it up. Let's go home.
I've been
People
waiting
don't wanna-
since I've been
people don't
waiting
wanna
since
listen to us
I've
argue.
been
He's
waiting
going to be
since
flipping
7.
back between Breck and Watt next week.
I am.
What'd you say?
He's going to be flipping back and forth between Breck and Watt.
About time. I mean,
I'm not. Yeah, I just want to make sure I know what your schedule's kind of like.
he got to earn his keep too. I mean, he has to.
Get Wednesday off.
Right. Like he did. Like he wasn't.
Right?
Like
That probably might be the day
Chad,
off.
like he wasn't in Arizona for whatever.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
Going to
I
the
saw
races.
videos. I
He
saw
could go to
videos.
Indy again this
I
summer.
saw
and
videos,
like,
yeah.
I mean, come on.
He go to Indy every year though.
Every year. Most people don't get to go to Indy in their lifetime. He goes every year.
Good night, everybody.
Did you get a new license plate on your car?
Same one.
Is it? Does it always have a checkered flag?
Yeah.
I don't see that car very much though. See,
Something Rose, something, you know. It's
Three
where
rows.
it's where
Three rows something. That's on
it's
the
where
pickup.
it's where
That's on my
seat-
pickup.
It's where seats are.
That's on my pickup.
Yep.
Okay.
Are
2
we
weeks
done?
we'll be back.
Are we done?
Yes. 2 weeks we'll be back. B-Dub's gone next week, so.
Can't have a show without me.
Well, Gelman could produce.
Let's not even talk about that mess. Let's not even talk about that mess. Okay. Let's not even go there.
All right.
So all
we'll
right,
be
we
back-
gotta go.
we'll
I
be
got
back in 2
stuff to
weeks.
do.
We'll be back in 2 weeks with our coaches show, but we'll be on the air tomorrow at about 4:10 p.m. We'll have some Husky baseball against Red River, and take a look at our schedule on the website.
First spring broadcast tomorrow.
Watch this. I can even say it without the www. Go to Three Borders Sports Network, 3 with the number 3.com, and check out our schedule. Our schedule will be ever changing in the spring. It always changes.
Yeah, now if you could just understand the transition when we come back from
When we come
commercial,
back, yeah.
it would be great. Because
He
that
hit-
was
he
excellent.
He hit once or twice today. That
Right,
was
right,
pretty good.
Right. It's about consistency.
And then then there was a couple struggles. But
Right. It's the coach in me. You know. I don't know.
Yeah.
Thank you. Thank you.
We gotta go.
Nobody else does. All right, for everybody here at Three Borders Sports Network, including Gelman back in the green room, Chad,
man.
Brian, I'm Joe, and Scooter Cam, Mike McCall.
Stop it with the scooter cam.
Right. Back in 2 weeks. We'll see you tomorrow afternoon at 4:10 p.m. on Three Borders Sports Network with Husky Baseball. Back later. See ya.
Having the right insurance team will change the way you view insurance. Hi, this is Amanda from State Farm. My staff and I believe insurance is a tool that can help you plan for what can go wrong so you can focus and invest in what can go right.
Amanda and her team are dedicated to serving you and the community. They are local, committed, and a trusted insurance team. See why they've been voted best insurance agency 7 years and counting.
Come see us. We'd love a chance to work with you too.
Abby Johnson with the home run just about to straight away center field.